Dear God Emperor, I beseech thee to send me warriors of skill and renown.
Hi, Chewie! Hello everybody, it's Jules here with Beanie.
Hello.
And welcome back to another episode of the Monday Night War, set on the one and only Brobna. And today we have a super special battle report because we have been summoned here to Chewie's house for Chewie Mania, baby! It's going to be a huge battle today. Get in the shot, mate, get in the shot.
Come on.
We're going to be doing a massive battle today because it is 3,000 points aside, and it's going to be the combined forces of evil, aka us, where we're going to be bringing Chaos Knights and the Thousand Sons versus Black Templars, or technically Chewie's Renegade Champion chapter. It's going to be a bloodbath. Yeah. So here we are on another ruined sector of Chewie-Bra, which does sound weird saying that, but also Brobna by extension. Welcome to this sort of weird wasteland that we've got here. We've got an industrial complex that then moves into an arid wasteland. We have got tons and tons of amazing terrain provided by Chewie's friend Adam, who you'll be seeing on the channel very, very soon indeed with his Gene Stealer cult army. And today we are playing a very simple but chaotic battle. It is called Only One Can Survive.
Highlander.
And it's a Highlander rule, basically. And we're going to have 6 objectives in play that are scoring on the 5 if you hold 1, another 5 if you hold 2, and another 5 if you hold more than your opponent. And the additional rule is going to be slay the warlord. Because of the fact that both Beanie and I are bringing warlords to the table, and Chewie is going to have 2 in his list as well, meaning that there's a total of 20 points per side for killing every single warlord. So that's where we're playing today. Let's go meet the teams. Also, you might see this in shot a bit today. We only have 2 wireless lav mics, so we're going to basically take a page out of Mikey from Hellstorm's Wargaming book and clip this onto here and use it as a kind of interview mic. Hooray! So here we are with Chewie's 3,000 points, the Brotherhood of Martyrs, the people who are basically, if the TV show and children's toy Bratz was a Space Marine chapter, they've got a passion for smashing, because it is all about anti-psycho with these guys here. So Chewie, why don't you run through the list and tell us what you brought to the table today?
Well, what I have got currently is a battalion and an outrider.
Ooh, battalion over this side, isn't it? And then it's an
Well,
outrider.
it's sort of blended in, but I'll try to make it look cool.
Coolie.
So within the battalion, I've got Brother Chaplain Mosey, who is a Master of Sanctity. So basically, Eli will always give a chaplain that status if he's off doing his evangelizing somewhere else.
Love it.
Next to him, you've got the Castellan, who's going to be the lieutenant.
I absolutely love this unique model that the Black Templars
It
get.
is
It's so cool.
And I love painting them in silver. It's so good. Next to him, we've got a captain with a power fist and plasma pistol.
That is a beautiful sculpt, actually, these guys there.
It is really nice. I think it was a Games Day one.
I was about to say, I've not seen this one for a while.
Yeah.
What's warlord traits have you given? Is he your warlord?
No, well, the warlord is actually going to be the apothecary because you
What?
give him
He's
the
a-
selfless healer.
Okay.
So chief apothecary and beef him up so you can pick up someone and heal people 3 wounds.
I like it, I like it.
Okay. However, the relict is the Benediction Fury with Mosey.
Yep, this guy at the front.
Yep. So, and then that's that for then. Then you've got Judicea as well, which
now,
I love.
This guy I'm really not looking forward to facing because I've never actually faced one before, but I hate the idea of fighting last with anything. So, yeah.
That's only within 3 inches. So it's like,
The 3 inches is devastating, as we all know.
Yeah. So with the troops, going over to that, we've got 2 lots of 10 assault intercessors.
Yes, you do.
The sergeant without the helmet has got the Fist of Balthus.
Oh, beautiful stuff indeed.
And then the one with the helmet has got the Holy Orb.
Okay,
So basically means, you can take out...
the Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch, isn't it?
Yeah,
Where you get
basically.
to throw it and it's Monty Python references and mortal wounds.
And also gives the same ruling as the Judicea.
Ooh,
so you throw
so
it.
you still fight last on that as well?
Yeah.
Oh, that's rough. That's really rough.
Yeah, so you've got 5-man squad of intercessors.
Yep.
Standard. 10-man squad of assault hellblasters.
Now, these are the ones I'm really not looking forward to when you see the list that I'm bringing because, ooh, these guys melt through armour like it was butter and they are made of hot knives.
Yes. My version of the duck.
Ah, the duck.
He survives all right for me. I know he doesn't for you.
I tell you what, mate, I've had bad luck with the repulsor. Every single time I bring him, he absolutely sucks and then dies, in that order.
Yeah, so he's got twin link las cannon and lots of Dakar. And then you've got the Valiant next to him with las Talon, two multi-melters, and some little Dakar bits as well. So there. So that's the battalion.
Yep.
Over to the Outrider.
Yep.
Leading that, you've got Chaplain Kane, who's got the Imperium sword, because you've obviously added the extra relic, because you've got 2 warlords, I've got 2 warlords.
Exactly.
So he's going to be supported by 3 Outriders.
Nice. They've got a crux something, haven't they? Like a special relic on them.
Yes, they have. Yeah, I forgot what it's called now, but yeah, that would be the sergeant who can reduce his damage by 1.
Oh, that's good. That's really good.
Then behind that, you've got the ATVs with the multi-melters.
Hate these guys. They destroyed my knights the last time that we played. Boo! Boo! I boo them.
Boo! Then you've got the Hammer Strike Storm Speeder.
This one's the one that's got the three melters on there as well.
Destroyer.
Yeah, nasty stuff.
And sort of 2 crack missiles on top, and some little pea shooter ones as well on the side.
Some Griblies, we call them.
Yeah. Next thing, we've got a squad of 6 Inceptors.
Now these guys, they love raining heavy bolter death down on people, don't they? So each one of them's got like some weird, crazy bolter that's like strength 5 -1/1.
Yeah, and it's like 6 shots per model.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good.
And then I forgot to say in the battalion, I'd never leave home without them. Blade Guard.
And these guys here, one of them's got the Champion of the Feast and Bones of Mordred, is it?
Yeah, the sergeant, without the helm.
Oh, that's a rough army, man. That is going to be so hard to chew through, because not only have you got heavy support over there that can dish out a lot of pain and transport your boys where they need to be, you've got crazy amounts of what they call litanies that you can get off with these 2 here. You can make us fight last, you can pick up guys over there. You've got crazy close combat abilities as well, which I, as a Knights player, suffer from. And you've got the melters to basically put me out of action before I even get close.
It's almost like I tailored it knowing that you had a whole load of Knights coming my way.
Well, that's a good thing that you did, because I'm still going to bring the pain as I am supported by the psychic might of the Thousand Suns, who are going to be up next. So here we are with the combined forces of Chaos, 1,500 points of Chaos Knights and 1,500 points of the Thousand Suns here again on the channel. Now, we'll start by going over this horrible lot over here. I am an iconoclast household. I am House Herbatrax, which means that all of my guys get extra wounds as their fell bond, and it also means that on the charge I get +1 attack and +1 AP on all of my melee attacks. My warlord for today is not the Knight Abominant.
Ooh.
It's actually the Desecrator over here, who is wielding the relic of the Diamonus, or the Diamonus, depending on how you want to pronounce it.
Big old gun.
Heavy, heavy, heavy laser destructor that is 3 shots, strength silly, minus silly, damage silly. It is a horror show at ranged, and because he has a Taskmaster, all of these guys over here will be getting to reroll 1s with their ranged attacks, which is helpful because I have 2 Executioner War Dogs here, one of whom, this guy, has got the Helm of Dogs, which means that all of his War Dog buddies will reroll 1s, ranged attacks, or I think it's all attacks actually, which is going to be very useful to have a Captain Lieutenant effect on all my boys. I've got the Avenger Chain Cannons on the other 2 War Dogs over here for anti-infantry. These guys here are packing a punch with their auto cannons. Over here, my Abominant has got some. The relic that he's got, does he have a relic, this guy?
You gave him the one that gives him a 4-up.
Yes, he's got the Veil of Medengard for the relic, which is a 4-up invulnerable against ranged and a 6-up invulnerable in melee. He's also got the Blessings of the Dark Master, which means that rolls of 1 to 3 always fail to hit him. So he has transhuman to hit, which is quite nasty. And if he kills 10 wounds worth of stuff, he will then have transhuman going on as well for the wounds. And you can never re-roll the hit roll, wound roll, or damage roll against him just flat out. Which is, you're shaking, Chewie is shaking his head, just going, no, that's too much power for one Pringle can right there. He's also got that crazy Volkite Combustor as well, which is nasty. This guy, he's got 2 Warlord traits. He bows to none, which means that he never suffers any minuses to hit, wound, or damage. And he also has the Knight Diabolus, which is +1 attack and also re-rolls hits of 1 in melee, which is pretty nasty for himself, which is especially nasty. So that is all of my guys there. The 2 psychic powers I've got are the 5-up Feel No Pain and Cyclonic Lamentation for some cheeky mortal wounds as well, which is so fun. So that is all of my boys right there. Hope that you enjoy that, because now we're moving over, diddly doodly style, to the Thousand Suns. Diddly doodly, diddly doodly, diddly doodly, diddly doo. Tell us about these Thousand Suns, my dude.
Okay, so as usual today I'm running the Cult of Time, so that gives me the access to the spell that allows me to pick up a boy, if I want, on a 6 or a 5 because of our +1 to cast.
Oof.
So, in my HQ slot, I have my Warlord, Rothaga, who is running the Conniving Plate and the Undying Form. He has Doombolt and Temporal Surge, so he's getting up there fast, he's going to stab you and probably throw some stuff at your face, because he's a bit rude. Next to him is Ubelek, my Sorcerer. Wrong way.
Oh,
you were close though.
Yeah, guys.
He is a Battle Psyker, so he'll be hitting on 2s in combat and has an extra attack. He's pretty much today a buffing machine, and I've given him that crystal, the Umbrella Crystals, I'm going to call it now, which allows him to pick someone up and teleport them across the board. And then my last character is the Infernal Master, who is running the Helm of the Demon's Eye, which allows him to CP farm for me when Chewie does stratagems, which will be very, very nice. Right, then into my troop selection. We have a 10-man squad of rubrics. Ooh. Oh, yes.
Love it.
And they have the Pyric Flux to get that up to strength 5. They can do a lot of melting. It's going to be a lot of fun to finally run the full 10-man squad.
They've all got the flamers, haven't they?
They all have a flamer, and the aspiring sorcerer has a warp flame pistol, although it does just look like he's putting up his ham like stop hammer time. Yeah, and to go with him, I have, for some reason, 11 Zangors because of points.
Love it.
And then I've got a 10-man squad of cultists in the corner, because why not? They can sit on the back and have a bit of a cry. That'll be fine. Yes, most likely. And then into my elites, we have 2 squads of Scarab Occult Terminators. And both squads are kitted out the same, except one of them has the upgrade on the Sorcerer, the Rites of Coalescence, which means if someone's injured, they go back to full health every turn. And on the other one, they have Protégé, which means that they get an extra cast.
Nice.
Sorry, they know an extra spell, so it gives them a bit more versatility. Then the last thing in my elite section is my Hellbrute Rob, who, as of yet, I don't think has done anything, but I love him and his giant fist.
He puts the Robnar in Brobnar, to be fair.
He does put the Robnar in Brobnar. Yes, and then just to finish it off, everyone loves Yolanda, the Land Raider, rocking twin las cannons and an Inferno combi bolter.
Ooh, that's a lot of Dakar and quite a lot of boys considering the elite nature of the Thousand Suns. So what I lack in terms of board control, you certainly make up for it and have the added beneficial nature of psychic might as well.
Egyptian space wizard.
Now this is the thing, I know that Chewie, I don't even have to ask him, he's going for that
uphold the honour of the Emperor.
5-up invulnerable and mini transhuman on all of his guys there.
It's the only one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have a 5-up shrug against mortal wounds. So even though Beanie and I will hopefully be kicking out a lot of mortal wounds, you should be able to mitigate some of them.
A third of them, in fact.
But that is 3,000 points of combined chaos. So
it's actually 2,999 on the point down, so we're already on the back foot. I'm
Beanie,
sorry.
No,
I know.
You upset me. But anyway, let's go get set up on the table.
Yeah.
Oh, you poor unlucky fool. Welcome to the post-deployment setup, my friends. And as you can see here, we've forgotten our objective markers, but fret not, because these unlucky Tau will come to represent the objective markers. All 6 of them have been deployed into the battlefield, and my lord, they are not looking forward to being between a rock and a chaos place, because no matter what happens to them after the battle, something non-Tau friendly will be taking place. We have 1 objective over there, 1 there, 1 over there near Chewie's deployment. We have 2 over here. There is 1 hiding from me, and I cannot for the life of me remember where the last one is. It's not that one there, we've done him. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There he is. I knew he was hiding from me over there.
He has to hide.
So there are 6 objectives in play today, my friend. And as you can see here, we have a whomping lineup of the Black Templars over here. The Brotherhood of Martyrs is showing up strong with a very consistent deployment, putting their fast attack over here with the Outriders, supported by the heavy anti-vehicle assault over here with the Invader ATVs, being able to push forward turn 1. On the other side, I've put up my wall of iron here, my iron curtain as it were, supported by some lovely rubric Terminators over there, which is fantastic. We've also got the Land Raider and the Demon Prince all hiding together again to surge forward, capture objectives, and Beanie spent 2 CP for what is the strat called?
Risen Rubricate.
Risen Rubricate to put these guys into forward deploy, which means that they could deploy onto this objective over here, this poor old tower, and also gain benefits of cover from this section here. And speaking of terrain and cover, these 3 points here count as dense terrain. Everything else is pretty much what you see is what you get, a WYSIWYG, because it's providing line of sight or cover if you are behind it or on top of it behind a barricade. Nice and simple, just like us. So now we move into rolling. The only other thing to mention is that Chewie put some stuff into the sky. The interceptors are in the sky up there, lovely represented by being on top of his fridge over there. And he's also got the Judiciar and the Chaplain and Blade Guard inside of the repulsor over here, which is going to be nasty indeed. But all that's left to do now is roll off for turn 1, cross your fingers and pray to all the dark gods at your disposal. Let's do it, my friends. So here we are after our combined command phase and movement phase, and a lot has happened, by the way. I am also using the spatula mic now. Go spatula mic!
Spatula mic!
There we go, cool. So what we're going to do now is explain what we've done and for why. So the cultists are staying at the back over here because they want to provide some sort of protection. If you can hear dog noises, by the way, it is because 2 dogs! Yes! We're going to keep some deep strike protection over there. Hellbrute Brobnar has decided to move up over here so that he can get the benefit of the -1 shooting through dense terrain and then start threatening this poor old tower in a later level. And we've got the rubrics that have pushed forward. They have gone ready. They're going to light up their flamers, and hopefully they are within range.
Half of them, over half of them are in range, even after an advance, because they're assault weapons, so I can enjoy it.
Very nice indeed, meaning that we should be able to get some of those nasty Hell Blasters dealt with. These guys also advance 4.
Another 3, so it's a 9-inch, so they could take that objective, so the rubrics don't feel so obliged to stay there.
Perfect stuff. And Yolandi has also moved up around the corner, supported by Rothar Gar and what's the other name of the guy? I keep forgetting.
Ubalek.
Ubalek, sorry, yeah, Ubalek. It's been a while since I've faced them, so unfortunately I've just completely forgotten. So over here, though, the other Terminators have stayed put because they are just too busy being
delicious.
Indeed they are, Judge Fudge. So that means that they're going to stay put, and we've got all of the Chaos Knights. The Pyre has pushed forward because I can see everything and I want to shoot everything. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. But before we do that, I believe it's time for the psychic phase. So let's rack up some powers.
Oh yeah, and just to point out to the people at home, I did my Kabbalistic ritual and got a 2, so it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And the power was to give them an additional +1 to the strength of their ranged weapons, so oops, that didn't happen.
Oops, indeed, but luckily we can hopefully rectify that with all of the psychic powers that are about to be kicking off. So we're going to think about what we want to do, and we'll be right back with some rolling. So here we are at the psychic phase, and we're going to be kicking things off with the Knight Abominant that is going to be casting 2 spells, one of which is going to be Winds of the Warp, a little fart noise if you would, thank you very much. And if I cast this psychic was 8 or more, my War Dogs around him get a 6-up Feel No Pain, he gets a 5-up Feel No Pain if it goes off. It is spicy! Okay, so, see if it goes off. It does on a 7, but it does not go off with the 6-up Feel No Pain for my War Dogs. I think I'm just going to keep it as it is. Are you going to try and deny? No. Cool, so a 5-up Feel No Pain goes on to...
Hey!
That's not too bad, actually. The second one I'm going to cast is just a cheeky smite because those intercessors over there are just within 18 inches. So let's see if I can pop some brains, shall we? I can on an 8. Do you have any denials this time around?
I'm not going to use it. I can do, but I'm not going to use Aboard the Witch.
Fair enough. Okay, so let's see if
It's 1 dice.
Oh yeah, of course it is. And it's for 2, so it will kill a intercessor.
2 5-up?
2 5-up.
2 5-ups.
Make one fail, one.
Okay.
Takes a wound.
Okay, so there we go. And that is all the psychic powers for me. So we're going to switch the mics over, and then Beanie's going to carry on with his sensual sorcerers.
Yeah.
So here we are with Beanie's psychic phase now, and he's kicking things off with...
With my Scarab Occult Terminators, and they are going to cast Glamour of Zinch, which will be going off on, not that, because I'm looking at the wrong unit. Whey! Cool, so this will be going off on a 6, or a 5 if you're 1,000 Sun. And that was a 6, which is a 7, so they now have a -1 to be hit.
Nice, indeed, indeed it is.
Okay, so the Infernal Master's power, I'm not going to bother risking at the moment because it gives a 6-inch range to these guys, but there's not really a point because they're not within the range.
Yeah, perfect.
So going to just leave that be.
So moving on down, what else can we cast over here?
Well, that's the thing. Do I really want to risk spells that they don't really need to cast right now?
Yes, you do. Yes.
I mean, tickling the warp is always fun, but getting burned by the warp is also not very
Yeah,
good.
That's why it's corrupt.
Yeah, exactly.
Uberlet, there's no point because he's got Glamour, so he can't cast that 'cause it's already been done over there.
Yep.
And his other spell is irrelevant at the moment.
Sure.
Same for Rothaga, doesn't really want to cast anything at the moment because he's a little bit too far away.
Okay.
Guys in the vehicle cannot cast, so the main casting is going to be with my rubrics.
Okay then, let's go and see, because these guys here can buff up their flamers even more,
To strength
can't they?
5.
So let's give that a try, shall
So
we?
this will be on a 5 or a 4 for me with Pyrrhic Flux.
And, whoa!
Oh, perils!
I'm going to pay a CP to ignore the perils.
Now, do you have to pay a CP? Can you not use some of your Cabal points to ignore the perils? Is that a thing that they have? Because I know you've got 10 to play with. I should be putting the mic in my face so you can actually hear me. He has 10 Cabal points to play with, so maybe he can use them to get rid of that. So let's find out.
No, I can't. So I'm going to spend 1 to ignore that and allow the spell to go on. It is a strat for the 1,000 Suns, cost 1 CP. So that's gone off, even with that. And now I'm going to spend another CP.
What's that flamer one do? Sorry to interrupt.
It gives +1 strength to the flamers.
I'm going to abhor the witch on that one because you've got many flamers.
Yes.
Hang on.
So-
Because it's gone off, I can... Do I have one? Yeah, I'm going to spend then 8 Cabal points to stop you from denying it.
Okay, thank you for saving me a CP.
Yes. But I am going to spend another... No, I'm not. No,
Okay.
I'm not.
How
That's
many
it.
CP for that?
I'm just going to chill there.
Cool.
And so they've now got stronger flamers. Most of them are in range, and hopefully those Hell Blasters will be a distant memory soon. But that is my psychic phase right now.
Okay, not too bad for the psychic phase. We've got some feel no pains over there, and we've got some buffed up flamers. So, and a -1 to hit these chaps over here. So I think now we should move into the shooting phase right now. So we are kicking off the shooting phase now with gusto, because we are just going to go for the big guns quite literally first, and the Diamonus is powering up its heretic power core and going straight into this horrible duck. I can't accept that there is a duck on the table and I must destroy it at all costs.
Curse the duck.
Curse the duck. It is 3 shots with the Diamonus.
Smoke screen!
Unfortunately, it will not help you because he bows to none, so therefore there is no minuses to his
I
hit
won't
point.
smoke screen.
No smoke screen whatsoever.
Again, thank you for saving my
That is
CP.
okay, not a problem. So he's hitting on the 3s. Ooh, that's the worst roll you can possibly get. 1s and 2s. Okay, so the Diamonus is not playing ball with me
Well,
so
it's
far.
because you insulted it, calling it the duck.
I'm going to CP one of them, he might as well, eh? Okay, so he hits on a 4. And then it's going to be wounding on a 3 because you can't... Mini transhuman. It does wound. It is minus a lot, so you're going to be on your 5 up save. I'll put it in the middle for you there. Does not make that. Do you want to CP it
Yeah,
at
I
all?
will do. Nope.
No, okay, so it's going to be flat 6 plus D3, I believe, but I will just double check. So it's going to be some damage. Heavy Stubbers up next. Okay, so we hit 2 times. And then it's going to be wounding on the 6s, because it's only strength 4. It's 1 wound, no AP.
There it
Absolutely fine there. So that's all the shooting done from my big bad warlord over here. Then we're going to move over to the Volkite Combustorino of here and the
Clinch up.
the heavy Diabolos cannon that he's got there. Not Diabolos, the heavy stubber that he's got there. Heavy stubber going to go down into the intercessors over there, and the Volkite Combustorino is going to go into the ATV squad that is over there. So I want to get rid of one of them if I can. No, actually, he's going to go into the skimmer, the what's it called again? The hammer strike.
It's a storm speeder.
Okay, so it's 6 shots with the Volkite Combustorino coming in, hitting on the 3s. Let's see him. Okay, so that is a healthier hit than the prior rolling. Now it's going to be strength 10, but you are toughness 6, correct?
Yes.
So 3s to wound him, and 6s for me are great news. I get 1 6, that means you take 3 mortal wounds straight away. And then it's going to be 4 saves at -1 down to -0 for you because of the fact that your Armour of Contempt is strong.
Yeah, it takes
And he makes all of them, so he only takes the 3
he's
mortal
going to
wounds.
do the because he's Black Templar.
Oh yes, of course. So 3 5-up saves to make, and he saves 1 of them, so he takes 2 mortal wounds out of that. Okay, and then the heavy stubber going into your boys, the intercessors that are over there.
The boys.
He hits 3 times, strength 5, or I think it's 5. Or
Yeah.
Either way, it's 2 wounds, even if it was straight 4. No AP. Oh, and double 6s. Oh, okay, Chewie's showing up in his first round of rolling. Oh, maybe turn 1 wasn't the best start. Okay, so the Avenger Chain Cannon going in against those boys over there, hitting on the 3s, babies. That's pretty healthy indeed. Only 1 drop dice there, which is very nice. And then it's going to be strength 6 on toughness 4. So 3s to wound. Oh, not as good there. So we drop 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that means you have saves of 6 saves to make. -2 down to -1 for you. So 6 4-up saves for your boys. Okay, so you drop 3. So it kills 2 in total because 1 was already on 1 wound. And then the same with the heavy stubber on the top of him. Same target, hitting on 3s. He hits 2 times. Strength 5, going to be wounded on 3s. That's 1 wound, no AP. And another wound slips through. So he's done a lot better over there than the other boys, the big boys, have done over here. But that's all the shooting done there. He's done his shooting. This Avenger Chain Cannon is going to... He can't see the boys over in the corner to shoot what you can kill. So instead, he's going to go into he's going to go into the speeder in front of him. 12 shots again, going up into that, just to try and whittle down. They don't bracket though, do they? No. Okay, let's just see if I can take down something there.
I'll check.
But this time I'll be re-rolling 1s because I'm right next to this guy here, and I'll be re-rolling 1s to wound because he's within 9 inches of that guy over there. So hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. That's pretty spicy. Re-roll those ones. Into another one. Good guy. I wish I'd rolled them for like the Volkite Combustorino.
That would have been nice.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah. And then this is going to be, what is it, strength 6 of this one. And that's
4s to wound.
So 4s to wound and re-rolling the 1s.
Wow.
Re-roll those 1s. Cool.
Nice.
That is going to be...
-2, down to -1.
So yeah, 4 at -1, my friend. Okay, so there's 3 more wounds that sneak through. And then the heavy stubber on top again, same target. He hits all the times. This time, though, he'll be wounding on 5s. And he re-rolls the 1 into nothing. So there are no wounds coming through from there. But still, we're just chipping away at what we can over there. It's now time for the bigger middle guns, but you want to interrupt over here to go shoot your flamers over on that side. So I'm going to give the mic to Beanie, and we'll be right back. So not all of the flamers here can actually see their target. So instead, it's half of the squad that are going to be firing down into the Hellblasters, and Chewie is paid for.
Transhuman.
That's right, and it costs them 2 CP because this is a squad of 10. Now, this is going to be auto-hitting for how many shots?
76.
Rough stuff. Ooh, that's nasty.
Yeah, it's about pretty much down the middle. We'll count them up and we'll be back in a sec. So, after 26 auto hits, I got 10 wounds. So we're about to see how these boys do.
Not bad at all.
So, 1, 2...
2 dead. However, I've got feel no pains.
Because of the apothecary.
There's a feel no pain. So my 10-man rubric squad did 1.5 dead.
Yes.
That is rubbish.
No, it's not. It really isn't, honestly. You've done really well.
Excellent. Right, now we're going to pass it back to Jules, because maybe he'll do something that doesn't suck and die.
I'm not going to lie, Bean. That's not a great start for our guys, but don't worry, we've still got the War Dogs with the autocannons here, and we've got the Land Raider over here. So I'm sure things are going to turn around for the better. And let's try and make ourselves feel real good right now. I've got to try. I've got to try and be
I haven't
optimistic.
lost a unit yet, so it's all right.
So what we're going to do is we're going to shoot this autocannon War Dog first, and he's going to go up into the speeder over there. He's going to be re-rolling hits of 1s and wounds of 1s for the Taskmaster and Helm of Dogs respectively. So this is how many shots he gets first off. Ooh, that's nearly max shots, my friend. That is. Yeah, okay, that is going to be Andrew WK nastiness. So we are going to be hitting you on the 3s and re-rolling the 1s, my friend. If I can pick them up in my stupid baby hands. Okay, so we're going to be hitting you on the 3s, re-rolling 1s. And good thing
Good
that we
job
are.
too, yeah.
Cool. Okay, so we drop 3 out of that. Now this is going to be strength 7 on toughness 6. So 3s to wounds, re-rolling the 1. Come on, get into
Come on, baby hands.
Come on,
Big
baby
hands.
hands, baby
My
hands. Oh, that's good. Ah, that's not too good. Okay, so we drop 3, and that means you've got 4 to save at minus
Nothing.
1. Because these are minus 2 normally.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Wow.
And these are 3 damage a pop.
Oh, so that
That's
is...
6 damage in total. How much has he taken? He
That
should
is
be
there.
Yay.
Does he explode?
He
Does he
does.
explode?
No, he doesn't.
Oh, okay. So at least we've claimed 1 soul for chaos.
After all that firepower.
Oh my god, the worst thing about it is that we've taken out 3 multi-melters from a list with, I don't know, a bajillion. I mean, have you seen how many are over here? Gross. So, what we're going to do now is move over to the other War Dog, who is now inspired by his friend's heroic shooting. And he's going to fire all the way down the line, because remember, he's got, yeah, well done, mate. He's got a 60-inch range, so he's going to take on the rest of the Hellblasters over here. I feel like we've got to try and...
off, is it?
Oh yeah, if we can, mate, that'd be great.
They are transhuman.
They are still transhuman, so what we're going to do is see how many shots they get. Not as good as his mate, but still pretty good. Okay, so we are going to be hitting on the 3s, re-rolling the 1s again. Come on, dude. Ooh, no 1s to re-roll, and we dropped 3. Not too great. And then this is going to be wounding on 4s because of transhuman is still in effect. Re-rolling the 1s though. And we get 2 so far. 2. 2 at minus 1 for you, my friend. And he made them both. Okay, so unfortunately, the huge amounts of Daka that we've laid down from this side has not done that much. Look how happy he is. He's so happy about this. But luckily, we have 1 more shot left, and clearly we saved the best to the very last, because it's the Land Raider that is going to go into... What do you want to do, the Valiant or the Repulsor?
I'm going to try and take out the Repulsor.
Try is the operative
Well, I'm
word.
definitely going smokescreen unless you've got some shenanigans.
I don't.
No.
Okay, smokescreen!
Okay, so 1 CP for Smoke Screeny is
Yes.
going off, so you're going to be hitting on the 4s, I
On the
believe.
4s.
So the last cannon's going in. Good
1
times.
hit.
And he's worth a CP or not at this stage? Okay, so it's going to be wounding on.
3s.
It's a big wound though, minus a lot, so onto your 5-ups. Which he makes, obviously. Well, this shooting phase has gone poorly, my friends.
I was nervous.
Hopefully this is just going to be the sign of things to come, and that you're going to be really nice to us in your round, because I believe at the end of things, that is our go.
Hasn't your army's got lots of witches?
Well, it's meant to have lots of witches.
So, no, you're not going to get treated nicely at all.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess we're going to now move over to Chewie's turn 1. Wellity, wellity, wellity. Turn 1 started with a whimper and not a bang for us, but now I think that Chewie's about to rectify that, because the Hellblasters are here, supported by the Outriders and the Chaplain on bike, and the big blob of Assault Intercessors has moved forward. The Valiant and the Repulsor have moved forward, and Chewie has paid for...
Power of the Machine Spirit.
So it's going to act as if it was on full wounds. Pretty rough stuff indeed. The Invader ATV squad have also pushed forward, and everything is just making an advance towards things that it can melt into base elements. Also, Chewie got his Listenese off, Benediction of Fury.
He's got, Mantra of Strength.
Mantra of Strength, apologies. And did he do anything else, or was it just
No,
that one?
because he's only a normal. He's not the master.
Can't harm
Gotcha.
himself.
Yeah, so...
So, and you also picked up one
Okay,
of
so
the
it's the
fallen
full squad
Hellblasters,
again.
so it's the full squad. Brilliant. Okay, so we basically only took 1 model one unit and 2 other models off of there, so pretty brutal indeed. Time for some psychic. Oh wait, there's none, so it's going to be some shooting. So let's start this absolute pain train, pulling out the station. Are you going to go with the big melter guns first, or
Yes,
are you going to ease
so.
into things?
Yeah, I am. I think I'm going to go for. Now the thing is, do I shoot what I can kill? I mean, I'm going to probably go and shoot the little dude first.
Little dude first. I can give him a 4-up invul, like no matter what.
And he's got 4 up as well, I take it.
Now, at this point in time, he does not have a 4-up invuln. This guy has the Veil of Medengard. This guy has the Cursed Rune of Fate. So he's got a 5-up refractor field. Everyone does 5-up
I will
invuln.
shoot at him.
The big boy himself. Now, I can pay 2 CP to give him a 4-up invuln, and I think that I would be a fool not to right now. So I'm down to 6 CP. So let's see how much damage is done to my big bad boy. So what are we doing first? This is all of the melters.
All the melters, all the tiny dackers not really going to
Penetrate the mighty hole.
I'll go for the small one.
Okay,
So
here
the
we go.
melters,
Okay, so he dropped 2.
I'm going to reroll 1.
So he drops 2, and that's another CP gone. Keep a track of all the CP
Oh,
that
no,
we're farming.
that's another one I can roll
Okay,
for.
so every time that he spends a CP, we
Nope.
can roll to try and generate 1 for Beanie because he's so
And you're generating
conniving.
them really well, Billy.
I am, yes.
And so this is
4s.
wounding on 4s. Ooh,
1.
only 1 wound. Okay, so it's a 4-up save. Let's see if I can make it. I don't. I'm going to CP this one as well because I feel like I want to survive as much as possible. Into a 2. Good guy. Real good guy.
Yeah.
And he takes the 4 damage. That is not good for me in the slightest. But because of my amazing power of being House Herbitrax, and I get 4 wounds just for taking them, that's basically brought him down to his starting original wound count. So it's on
Tremendous.
24. Fantastisch, I believe is the word. So that's them done, at least. It is time now for, I assume, the Las Talons, because we're just going to do heavy fire first and incidental fire
Yeah.
off cam, I think,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
if you're
yeah.
shooting all of these, it's going to be
So-
an uphill climb.
Las cannon into the same unit.
Yep, always just keep shooting at what you can kill. Ooh, double
Oh,
1,
dear.
no re-rolls. So you've got our bad rolling. That's good. That's fine. Yeah, to be fair, I should have said that after you've done all the Hell Blasters, really, shouldn't I? Yeah. So after all the munitions of the repulsor went in and the rest of the shots from the ATV, we forgot to do them, so we just did them off camera as well. He's taken my small war dog down to 7 wounds. He's still on the top bracket, but only just. Luck seems to be on my side at the moment, but that could be all about to change because you've obviously got the Valiant over here and the horrendous amount of Hellblasters over there. So what would you like to do next? Do you want to work this way along the board?
Yeah. So Valiant against the Land Raider.
So Valiant against the Land Raider over here. How dare he? You got smoke? Any
You should do.
Yeah, I can pop smoke.
infernal farts?
It's arcane smoke screen.
I'm hearing infernal farts. I hear you saying like arcane there. So we're doing an arcane smoke screen, also known as infernal farts for 1 CP. So you're going to be hitting on 4s, my friend.
Yeah, no problem. So let's do the last.
No problem, he
last-
says. Like it's
last-
nothing.
Last talons.
Okay, roll them bones, Chewy, my dude. And there's
one
one
hit.
hit. And
A wound.
no, yes, because it's strength.
9.
Oh yeah, it is a wound, my friend, and it's a 2-up down to
-3.
So it's going
That'll
to
be
be a 5.
-4.
-4 to the Devastating
The-
Doctrine,
yeah.
but he's got a 5-up invul.
Okay, so 5-up invul to save him, and Beanie does so with
Nice.
gusto. And then does he have any more munitions on him? That he
Yeah,
needs to
he's
fire?
got 2 melters.
What? Okay,
And
same
he's in
target.
range from melter range as
Okay,
well.
cool. Right, so it's going to be hitting on 4 still. Ooh,
Oh,
and you've
no,
already used
not
your
with
CP
that.
reroll, so
And
you
then
missed
a heavy stubber.
And then it's 2 hits.
2 hits. 1 wound.
1 wound.
One
and
wound.
AP on this one?
It'd be minus.
I don't think it'd be
No,
minus.
no, it'd be just normal.
So a
for you.
2-up save for Yolandi. Let's see if he makes it. He does not make it, so the hubris was felt quite a lot by the so he's taken his first wound.
So he's down to 15.
Now that has, so he's down to 15 wounds over there. Apologies if you can't hear Beanie, I'm wearing the only mic on this side of the table for the moment. But we are going to flip the mic over to him because I feel like we want to capture his cries of pain as the Hellblasters cook their dinner, basically. Be right back.
Guessing that they're going to shoot my
Yes, they are.
lovely rubrics,
Yes.
and are they going to overcharge?
Yes, they are.
I would like to spend 3 command points for unwavering phalanx then.
3?
Yes.
Whoa.
So it would normally cost 1 if there was 5 or fewer, but with the full squad of 10, it cost me 3 CP, but it reduces damage coming in by 1. So it means that even with overcharged Hellblasters, I'll still get all his dust.
why don't you tell people about the saves because of the cover, what it's going to
So,
look like as well.
at the moment, in that cover save, they're getting a nice 2-up, and then with the All Is Dust, they get an extra +1, which will really help against the -4. So, yes, that's 3 CP. I am down to 5.
Right.
Let's see 'em.
Hitting on 3s. Re-rolling the 1s. Those they all transfer.
Fabulous.
So you've got lots.
A lot, yeah. Okay,
Sorry.
so these are -4, aren't they?
6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 22 out of 30.
Okay, I'll go and gather some dice, and we'll be back for what will be me crying a bit. So, we spent a bit of time figuring out what the save would be, and we have figured it'll be a 4-up. So, fingers crossed, everybody.
Well, that's good.
So, we've got 1 dead, 2 dead, 2.5 dead.
2.5, nice.
That's really good.
Out of 22 plasma
Good.
bolts, they are sitting pretty. Yeah! Party, party, party.
Okay, so we have done all of the rolling of these bolt guns, flamers, and extra
that
bits
gun.
of Gribblies as well, and they managed to take down another rubric from this pile here, but because of All Is Dust, because of the extra strats, and because of the cover, that is really providing them with a lot of defense and a lot of durability. So that's
yes.
the end of Chewie's shooting turn. He's fired everything that he has, but was much like us, found left a little bit wanting. However, the difference is that now he's going to get a charge in with fists, fury, and a whole lot of faith. He's going to properly try and get rid of these rubrics. Now, here's the thing. We're going to the charge phase now, and I can see Beanie's hand raised in the air because the Outriders are going in first, but unbeknownst to them, I believe that there's going to be a CP spent for Overwatch.
Oh, yes.
So that's going to be how many are left?
There should be 7.
Yep.
So it's going to be 6d6 with the better flamer, and then a 1d6 with the littler flamer.
So there's going to be a lot of d6 also hits. We're going to be back with the saves. So from the first volley of good flamers, we have got how many saves to make?
9.
9, -1 in total because of armor of contempt. And 1, 2...
1 dies.
1 dies.
And one's on 1 wound.
And another
No,
one
one's
there.
on 3.
Injured, and now 1 more d6,
For the hand pistol flamer held
which
by
is
the
strength
sorcerer.
4 at the moment.
Okay, so let's see what this one is. It is 1 auto
Auto
hit,
hit.
classic.
All I need.
And it's
See
rolling
that
uphill,
5.
looking for 5s. It does wound. AP minus.
-2 to -1.
Okay, so 1 more 4-up save to make. He does not make it, so it's another one that goes through. So that is 1 bike and 1 is pretty wounded, but it is time for their charge in against the rubrics.
Can they make it?
Well, I think that they bloody well can, so let's see it. They
Oh,
are
yeah.
so in there. Oh dear. So after all the charging, this is how things lie. The chaplain on bike made his way in, and I believe that he is going to be kicking off this action right now because he's got the Imperium sword and he's got the Crozius as well, which will do slightly more damage against these guys here rather than the damage 1 weapons of these chainswords. So, how many attacks does he have, Chewie?
I'm just trying to find
Just trying to
out.
find out. So the chaplain has this many attacks.
7.
7 attacks. He's going to be hitting on 2s. He drops 2. Any 6s do anything funky for you?
No.
And then it's going to be wounding strength.
It would be minus, it would be +1 to damage, so 2s? Because they're strength 6 normally?
Are they strength? Is he strength 6? He's strength.
Because of the Crozius.
Yeah.
Gives him +2.
Yep. And
Plus
then the
2.
mantra of strength does another one, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So 7.
7.
And then +1 from the
Oh, the Imperium Sorcerer. Yeah, wounding on 2s. Wounding on 2s. Rough. And there's 5 through at minus for a 4 stave.
-1 for a Crozius, I believe.
Yeah.
So that means it's down to -0 because of Armour of Contempt, so 3-up saves.
Save.
No, just check.
Let's double check. Okay, so you only fail the 1, and it's D3 per Crozius Smash, I believe, isn't it?
It's 2 damage.
Oh, is it 2 damage flat for them? In that case then, I believe 1 of these rubrics is dead.
Yeah.
But that's all of his attacks done. Are you going to pay to interrupt? Nope, he's shaking his head. He doesn't want to do anything. So it's just going to be the Outriders now, and they get their devastating charge, which
Did one of
is...
them take a wound or 2?
Yes, that's right. He's
So
on
that's
2.
going to be... how many attacks do they get on the charge beam? You know this.
Lot.
So 6, 6, and 7.
So it's
it'd
going
be
to be...
6 and 7.
So 13
yeah.
attacks coming in from the Outriders with their devastating charge. Hitting on?
This will be hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 3s. Ooh.
Not great.
And then wounding on, because they're strength.
4s.
4s. Okay, so you only take 3 wounds, and you get, because all his dust is in effect
It's
now.
in effect now, so I'm going to have a 2-up save.
2-up save for this because of all of his dust. And he makes all of them. So that means now it is time for some punching. Are you just going to punch the chaplain in the head for being so cocky?
Yeah, so I'm going to do a little bit of piling.
Yep.
Back in a sec.
Pile in and punch. Let's do it, mate. Get rid of him. Get out of here. So Beanie managed to take 1 wound off of the chaplain over here with his fists, and now we're doing how many saves? 2 saves with the force stave against him at minus.
It doesn't matter because it would have been down to 0.
Okay.
But he's gone through and it's
D3. Yeah. D3 wounds against the chaplain for the 1. What, for CP or not? No. Okay. So he's taken 2 wounds in total there. A bit of a strange fight that when you consider that he's just basically been punched in the face over and over again. But there we go. That's just how things roll, because that is the end, I believe, of Chewie's turn. Correct?
Yes. And things didn't go quite as horrendously as I thought.
No.
Yeah, you actually killed a unit. I haven't yet.
So there we go. So that is the end of turn 1. Any morale to take? No, because
Nope.
you are
Fearless,
automatons.
because we're made of dust.
And not enough taken off
No.
there to lose them. So that is the end of turn 1. We begin turn 2. Let's just quickly do the scoring. We control 1 objective. We control 2 objectives. How many do you control?
Just the 1.
Over there?
Yep.
And that one there is not occupied anymore. So
Hang on a second.
do you control that one? You're within
Yes.
3?
Yes.
Okay, so you it's 2. You control 2. We control 2. So we get 10 points at the beginning of turn 2.
Yeah.
As darkness begins to fall outside, so does the encroaching doom on our battlefield. As I've moved into the second phase of my Harbingers of Dread, I am now choosing Geist Storm, which means that every enemy unit that wants to shoot at or declare a charge against one of my knights within Dread range must do a morale test at -1, and if they fail, it halves their charges coming in, and they must only shoot at the closest eligible target that is a knight. So it's going to have some impact on who can be shot at and who can be charged at later once we pop that sweet silver and red cherry over there. So, in terms of our movement, everything is pushed forward apart from the Terminators, who are desperately holding the line back here, which is exactly what they need to do. I'm holding on to this objective here just with my Abominant, and Beanie in the command phase did his Kabbalistic rituals, which gave him...
Gave +1 strength to these guys' range weapons.
Perfect stuff indeed. So that's been all of our movement. All of the Land Raiders pushed up as well. The Terminators, supported by the HQ, have also started beginning their move.
A lot of advances over here.
A lot of you got rolled a 5 and something else as well. So
Yeah,
everyone's
4 and 5.
everyone's getting in to try and pop these 2 over here and whatever is inside. These guys, these rubrics, are staying in combat. The Hellbrooders moved up to try and take that objective, and even the Cultists, in a rare show of...
Should I fall them back?
Well, you don't have to fall them back. There's nothing to shoot at them. If you do, it's a case of you're going to lose some fighting stuff, but
Yeah, it's fine.
just keep them there for the moment, I think. So that's been our movement phase. Now we're going to go into the psychic phase in a second after we've discussed, what horrible plans we wish to enact. So we are going to kick things off with the Abominant over here that is going to cast Winds of the Warp again to try and get that 5-up Feel No Pain on itself. Indeed. Let's see if it gets off. It does on a 6, so it has passed, so that is going again, and then the Smite is going to go off. Now, I can't see the Intercessors that are behind there, so instead it's got to go into the ATVs in front of them. So let's see if I can get some mortal wounds on them. I can indeed. Are you going to try and do... No, he's shaking his head, he's not going to do it. It is for 3.
Ooh,
not bad.
nice 3
at
5-ups.
all. 3 5-ups. You make none, so that's 3 wounds on the ATVs. Not bad in the slightest. Are they all one group, or are they all separate?
No, they're all one group.
Ah, that's crazy that you can run them like that. So that's all of my psychic powers done. Pretty successful, I would say. And now we move on to Beanie and all of his empiric guidance.
Yes. Okay, so what we're going to do to start with, Empiric Guidance onto these guys, which will give them an extra 6 inch on the range.
Cool.
It'll be going off on a 4. And luckily it did.
Ooh, that was close though.
Yeah. Yes, so Rothar, Agathor is the one over there.
Yeah, don't say his name backwards.
I
It
know.
causes some bad
Yeah,
stuff.
I know,
like
he
that.
really doesn't like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's going to put a Doom Bolt into the Valiant.
Okay, here we go.
So this goes off on a 5.
Ooh, not
I'm
good.
going to CP there.
Yep, going CP. And it does not go off. We are...
It does, because with
Oh,
a +1,
Okay, so
What's
it's
that do? Sorry?
3 mortal wounds.
onto the Valiant.
On the Valiant. Oh, yeah, go and fight.
Yep, okay, so we get 3 5-up strokes, don't you, for this?
Yep.
You do.
And no, so it's another 3 wounds taken on the Valiant. Next up.
Okay, so he is now going to cast a smite onto the Valiant. So this will be going off on a 4.
Okay, luckily it does.
Goes off. And I'm going to spend 1 command point to make that 3 mortal wounds.
Ooh, okay, is it a command point or a cabal point?
This is a... thank you for reminding me. So what I'm going to do before spending that, I'm going to spend 4 cabal points to add another d3 damage to the smite.
There we go.
So I'm going to do a 2d3 smite. For the 3. So it works out exactly the same without spending my CP.
Okay, so 6 mortal wounds have been taken by the Valiant over here. You've got to do another 3 feel no pains. And he blocks 2. So you've taken 4 in total off of the Valiant.
Okay, so that is him cast. Now, my Ubelek is going to cast Glamour of Tzeentch.
Yep.
And he's going to put it on the scarabs in front of him.
Okay.
Which will then give them a -1 to be hit. This will go off on a 5. And this goes off.
Very much so.
So they've got a glamour on them, which is very nice.
Indeed.
And he has 1 more cast, and I'm just going to quickly double check to see what he can actually do with it. He is going to smite.
Okay, might as well.
But he's going to smite the...
he's got to smite the repulsor, hasn't he now? It's the closest
It's
one.
gone from the 5.
It does go off.
Okay, Chewie. So that's another smite against you, and this time I am going to spend a CP to make that 3.
Okay, so it's a flat 3 saves you've got to make for the Feel No Pains, and you make 2, sorry, 1, so that is 2
more
wounds onto the repulsor. Over here, you can do a smite into combat against either the chaplain or the bikers.
But I haven't done the scarabs.
Oh, the scarabs are here as well.
So they are going to do a presage on themselves.
So it's a +1 to hit with all of their weapons.
That is a +1 to hit with all their weapons. I'm just double checking what the points are on it. And this goes off on a 7 or a 6 for the Thousand Suns.
Nice. And it goes off with gusto.
So they've got a +1 to hit and a -1 to be hit.
Very nice indeed.
Okay, so that's all the spells done by here. Now it's over to here, where we're going to do a smite into the chaplain. Just go off on a 6.
And it does just... Well, it goes off on a 7. So, D3 mortal wounds onto the chaplain. For the big one. Does he shrug?
He
does not. So he takes another wound from the psychic might of them. That's all of our psychic powers, I believe.
Yes it is, because I don't really have any others to play around with.
Well, that was a bit more devastating than the first round. Now we're starting to get into range. So what we're going to do now is we're going to have another demonic discussion about what we want to shoot and why.
Good. So it is time for the shooting phase, and we've done all of our psychic powers. We're all buffed up to the hilt, ready to go. Yolanda is going to start the shooting phase and is going to go against the duck. Smoke! Okay, smoke has been played, so now... Oh, and Helm of the Demon's Eye, if I get a 5. Nope, I haven't rolled one yet. It's really paying for itself. Okay, so this could be hitting on 4s. That really paid off, because I missed with all of them.
Yeah!
Okay, now the 4 shots from the Holy Bolter. And that also hit with none of them.
Oh, so, well done there, Smoke.
Would you like to continue? Because I'm going to go and sit under the table and have a little cry after how that went.
Okay, let's switch the mics and let's go. Beanie forgot about the heavy bolter, which is going to make all the difference here. Let's hit on 4s. Yeah, he does 3 hits. It's 3 more than we've had so far, and then this is going to be wounding on. There's 1 wound, AP minus.
-1 down to 0.
And he saved it anyway. Cool, right, okay, let's move on to some knights, which should, in theory, show him how it's done. I'm going to start with, because I bow to none, I'm going to start with the Diamonus again, even though I should have learned my lesson last time about starting with the heavy one. Never learn. And he's going to shoot at the duck because he wants to get rid of it. He hates the duck with a passion. So he's going to be hitting on the 3s, babies. No, I rolled 3 6s, my friend.
Oh yeah, that doesn't matter anyway. Yeah.
So,
I'll be quiet now, then, shall I?
So that is, now this is going to be wounding on 3s because it's strength a lot, but you have the mini transhuman on that. I wound you 3 times, my dude. It is -5, so you're on your 5-up saves. And unfortunately, that is going to be 12 damage flat to start with, and then 2d3 on top of that. Is it gone?
Will it explode?
It does explode, but it doesn't matter, does it? Because there's no one around it apart from maybe your...
Yep.
Oh no. Damn it, sorry, Bean. I was too good at my job.
2.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so one of them is down to wounds.
Now here's the interesting thing, not only do we have to pile out all of the people there and roll to see if any of them die, but I'm blessed by the Dark Gods, which means that my Cursed Rune of Fate, which is on this guy, now kicks into action, and I have a 4-up invulnerable save for the rest of the battle.
Nice.
Not bad in the slightest. Do any die on the way out?
Nope.
None die on the way out, so don't even worry about it, my friend. But it does mean that the Blade Guard and friends are about to enter the battle. And this is all of the boys deployed after the explosion. There's a lot of fight there, so we've got to try and whittle them down as quickly as possible, and that's exactly what we're going to do, because the autocannons from these two here are going to fire down into them if they can see them. I think this guy can definitely see him, this guy can't, so he's going to have to go down as the ATVs instead.
Oh, that's a shame.
It is a bit of a shame, but we're going to start for the one that can see them going into it, so it's 4d3 shots going in. Okay, so that is 2, 3, 4. Okay, so
Not your best.
yeah, that's okay. That's fine.
middling.
It's fine. Hitting on 3s and re-rolling the 1s because of Taskmaster. And it's a good thing that we are.
Nice twos there, buddy.
I know, right? Okay, so 2 dropped, and then it's going to be wounding on the 3s. And re-rolling the 1s because the Helm of Dogs wielder is next to them. Okay, that's not good. That's not good at all, boys. Okay, so there's 3 wounds coming in at -1 for you, so on your storm shields. And that is a dead one for each one because it's 3 damage apiece. So that's 2 dead Blade Guard veterans straight away. Happy with that. So 2 of the Blade Guard vets have been removed. That guy's job is done. We move over to the other War Dog who's going to be shooting into the ATVs over there for this many shots. That's okay as well. Not bad at all, boys. And then again, it's going to be hitting on 3s, re-rolling the 1s. Get out of here, 2s. Then it's going to be wounding on 3s again, strength 7 against 5s, I imagine, for the ATVs. Yeah. And re-rolling the 1s again. Okay, so re-roll 1, 1 into a 5. You are looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 at -1 for you. 7 4-ups. 1, 2, 3 failed, and they're 3 damage apiece. So you're going to be killing 1, and another one's going to be taking 3 wounds, because that one there at the front is already on 5. So he's going to be down to 5 as well. Okay, so 1 of the ATVs is down from 2 rounds of shooting from these 2 here. The Gatling cannon from this guy and the other one are also going to go into the ATVs because we have to try and whittle them down, and then we'll be back after to see what the Abominant can do. So salvo after salvo of the War Dog's Gatling cannon fired into the ATVs, and we brought this guy down to 1, and we removed the guy at the front. That was from both of them there. So that's all the shooting done from these guys, apart from the Volkite Combustor cannon over here, which unsurprisingly is going to go into the ATVs as well. But to kick things off, we're going to start by shooting the Diabolos Heavy Stubber first to see if we can get that wound off, because it feels like it's going to be a bit of a waste of the big rolls if we can just waste it on there. So he hits 3 times.
Lovely.
Going to be wounding on the 4s though, because it's 5s on 5s. 2 wounds coming in, AP dash. And unfortunately he's not done that, so I'm going to have to go for the Volkite Heavy Combustor into them. Hitting on 3s. He hits quite a fair few times, 4 times. Strength 10 on 5, so 2. Oh, it can't be 2s to wound. Nope. 3s to wound. It is 3, and unfortunately you take 3 mortal wounds from that one as well. Okay. So keep them to one side, and this is going to be AP dash for you.
So
because
is that in addition?
It is in addition to this. So. Okay, so you take 6 in total, but 3 of you can try and shrug. Oh, you do shrug, so you take 1 and 4 in total. So the 1 mortal wound will kill him, and then the 3 will be passed on to the other guy, so he's down to 5. Okay, that's all of my shooting done over here, and we have removed 2 large threats from there. I believe as well that he's got +8 to his tally, so he only needs 2 more in order to be able to...
You may have taken me out of range, though.
It doesn't matter at the moment. We just take what we can, shoot what we can kill. And now Bean's
You're
got to do.
working together. It's fine.
Well, to be fair, we are also massive glory hogs here over at the Pyre. So this does actually make complete sense that we've tried to do this. It's now down to these Terminators over here.
These Terminators, if they can hit anything now.
And these can't fire into combat because they've got no pistols apart from the 1 flamer that he's got there.
One flamer. So these have a 30-inch range. They can see down there.
Yep. So how many? 1 Terminator. 2 what? I'd say that it's one Terminator, unfortunately.
Okay,
You can see
so I'm
them.
going to shoot the one Terminator.
Cool.
Bring it.
And then
That's
all
gonna
of
be the
these,
one that's-
I'm assuming these guys are also going to shoot them as
Yeah,
well, yeah?
but these are hitting on 3s, these are hitting on 2s.
So after a shocking number of soul-infused rounds, sorcerous ammunition from the Terminators, both here and up on the top, who were just in range with one Terminator, nearly every single Blade Guard veteran was wiped off of the battlefield. Only one remains, the Sergeant, who is at the back just going, boys, where has my shield wall gone? All of the characters are now exposed, but they are still a force to be reckoned with. I feel like we have done quite a fair bit of damage this turn in blunting the advancement of the Brotherhood of Martyrs. So now it is time for the charge phase, and things are going to get pretty spicy because Beanie is going to charge in with the Land Raider first in order to make sure that the Terminators don't get melted by the Valiant, which Chewie is paying 1 CP for Overwatch. And over here, what are these guys called again?
Zangors.
Zangors are going to charge into the Outriders over there. And finally, my Iconoclast Household War Dog is going to charge in against the Intercessors and hopefully punish them off. So we're going to roll them and be right back with all of the wounds from these as well. So after the charges, every single one managed to find their mark. The Land Raider getting a whopping 12-inch charge over there, which freed up space and also provided some blocking for the Terminators to sally up and strike this tank down. And even the Zangors managed to muster up the courage to charge the Outriders here, who we are going to start with first, because we think that Chewie may pay to interrupt, and these are probably the most threatening targets, so let's try and do as many attacks as possible.
So it's the rest of them, and they all have 3 attacks each.
Okay, so that's a lot of hits coming in. They hit on 4s though, don't they?
Yes, they hit on 4s, so 2 out, there was a squad of 11, so that's 9 people, times 3, 27 attacks. We'll be back with the wounds.
With their wounds and saves. Are there anything you want to pay strat-wise? Can you do anything to buff them on hits?
I can check the buff.
Let's double check. So Beanie is paying 2 CP for Inhuman Savagery to reroll all of the hits, which look a little bit like... So with a ton of frantic scrabbling, scratching, and a fair few rerolls, we have managed to get how many wounds?
Only the 6.
6 wounds in, no AP, so this is going to be on a 3-up save onto the Outriders, which looks like this. 1 wound has gone through.
That was worth 2 CP.
I think it was just to get a little bit of damage done where it could, because it could have paid off. Okay. So that's all of them. Are you going to pay to interrupt with it at all?
There's no need to, because I'm striking first there anyway.
Yeah.
You are indeed. Cool. So we'll come back to them. We're going to go over to my guys over here. The Iconoclast War Dog is going to pay 1 CP for Break Their Lines, which is going to mean that I hit on 2s against you. Pretty spicy indeed. It's going to be 5 attacks because it's 4 base plus 1 for the charge. So he's doing Transhuman now over here. So I'm going for the big strikes with this rather than the sweep attack. So these are going to be hitting on 2s. Let's see if any of them get through. Oh, no, that's bad. I'm going to spend another CP to reroll one of them. Cool, so I've got 4 hits through. This is going to be wounding on the 4s, though, because Transhuman has gone off for Chewie. And that has translated well with 3 finding their mark. So it's going to be 5 up saves with these, and you make all of them. Dang it, that is very frustrating, because he saved all 3 of his saves there, which meant that I couldn't kill a single one of these Intercessors. So that's all of my combat done. Now it's over to Beanie with his Terminators, who are going to do the damage against the Valiant. In on
2s.
In on 2s.
Oh yeah, I needed to pile them around. I'll do that in a sec so they can all hit.
Sure.
So hitting on 2s. Thank you, 1s. Only 3.
Okay.
Okay, and now these will be wounding on the 5s. Okay, not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At -3. Down to -2.
Oh,
2
dear.
damage a pop, so that's dead.
2, 4, 6, 8, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Does it explode?
I hope so.
I don't.
I do.
We've already had 1, so...
No, it doesn't.
Okay. So there we go. The Valiant has been destroyed.
And now I'm going to activate my Land Raider who made his charge, and he's going to do his 3-inch towards the closest enemy to get him towards the objective.
So basically I'm just working out it is going to be 7 attacks because he's still got Mancha on. He's still got the Imperium Sword, and he's been charged. So pretty much the same attacks as before.
See how many go through.
2s, That's
Hit with everything but one.
one, yeah. And then wounding on
Threes or
twos.
yeah, twos. We decided.
So 4 have gone through.
Okay, and it is 4 at minus
-1,
one, down
so
minus 0, is
So
it?
no
then?
AP, yeah.
Okay, so they will be getting a 3-up save. Make them all bar 1. I believe it is 2 damage.
Yeah.
So one chap is very much dead. There we are. Well, that was okay.
Right.
Outright.
Now it's up. Yeah, so now
Outriders.
it's for the Outriders and
So
whatever
get
they want to do.
5 and then 4
Okay, that's it.
against the those.
Okay. So the Zangors have now been hit. What was that, 5 times? Wounding on the 4s.
So that's 3 wounds.
At minus 1.
Yeah.
Do they get armor of contempt? I wouldn't think
so.
so. No. So 5 up
Unless they've
invul.
got the Heretic Astartes keyword.
Don't think they do they?
No. So save 1, 2 die, which is fine to go with the 1 rubric. So now we have lost 3 people there. That is all your fights done in this area now. So is there any other fight back to do? What about his intercessors?
Oh,
Before,
wow.
yeah, before we'll do the intercessors and then we'll do my
6.
rubrics. So we're moving over.
3s.
Oh, it's not a bad view. A lot of hits that. Let's
And what's your
So-
toughness?
7.
see. So we're no 5s.
3.
3.
Just roll them for me, Bean. It's fine. On 3 ups.
Sorry.
2 wounds. Okay. So 2 wounds taken by my war dog. Bring
Yes.
it back down to its starting thing because of my House Herpatrax skill.
Yes, his house herpes has given him extra wounds.
Okay, what about these guys?
Oh, my rubrics, they get to fight back. So we're going to start off with the Aspiring Sorcerer and his 3 attacks into the Chaplain. Hits 3 times. He will be wounding on 3s because it is strength 7. Only manages to wound the once. Says 3 up. Yeah, he's fine. And now there is 1, 2, 3, 4 boys. So that will be 8 attacks hitting on the 3s. Not the best, but 4 hits. And this will be wounding on 5s. We have 0 wounds. So the rubrics have slapped him with a damp blanket and it's done very little. That's great. Is there any other fight backs that anyone can
That's
see?
it.
What about the intercessors over there? Have they done
Already
their...
done.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
done,
yeah.
yeah. So is that the end of our turn? It is. So we have had a pretty successful turn, I would say. We pushed them back. I've managed to get my Land Raider into a wheelie position next to the objective. The character protection is almost gone, and I have a feeling those Blade Guard may have to worry about morale,
Yes.
because they lost 5 friends.
Are they within 12 inches of this model here?
Probably.
Well, the big dude.
Just are they within 12?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so shall we just go straight into the morale phase now?
Yeah. I'm going to go insane.
Okay, so 2 CP.
So that's me out, but next turn I'll be fine.
Back up to 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so these guys lost 3. They have a leadership of, I think it's 8 on the Brayhorn. So I just need to not roll a 6. I roll a 1. They are brave as it comes. Nice. So I think in terms of any morale, we are now done. And we will be going into Chewie's turn the 2.
Turn 2.
So here we are after Chewie's turn 2 movement, and he has started an aggressive push with the assault intercessors over there and the ATV moving to take out the war dog. Over on this side, the characters are pushing forward to take out the Land Raider with fire and faith, and over on the flank, the Hellblasters are just basically looking to mop up whatever they can. The Outriders have fallen out of combat, and with thundering strides from the sky, the Interceptors have arrived on the battlefield. Oh, Inceptors, apologies.
Don't belittle them.
It's because of the fact I'm used to playing Grey Knights where they're called Interceptors.
It's
so
almost like it's a bad naming convention.
I know, right? Terrible. So there we go. We've got all of the boys down on the battlefield, and there is about to be hell to pay. So Where do you want to start with the shooting, my friend?
I
Because
think
you're
left to right.
Yeah, because what you're going to do is basically delete us off this entire side of the board,
flag.
and you said in your own words, give up this side because we have started claiming domination over there. So, where would you like to start first? With the big boys, the Hellblasters, or some little fire to
I'm
weaken
just
up?
going to do lift fire first. and
Cool.
then
We're going to be back after the incidental fire has been done. So after all of the incidental fire from the bolt pistols over here into the Hellbrute, no damage was caused. But on the other side of the table, we did get a bit more serious because all of the bolt pistols from these guys into my War Dog brought it down to 4 wounds. That's pretty bad. We also said here that the ATV fired into it as well. It's still got its melter profiles. Maybe we just wanted to roll all of those off camera to save time. So now we're going to move into the big hit. So why don't you do the ATV against who are you shooting at then?
Oh, shoot up the...
Cool, I'll pay 2 CP to give him the 4-up invulnerable.
Okay. Both hit.
Both hits. 1 wound.
No, I'm out.
Okay, so can you hold this, please, while I do my roll? It is a 4-up save, my friend. Let's see if I can get it. Haven't made a single one of these, so I'm going to CP that again. There we go. Finally, I've made a save, but it's taken me 3 CP to do so. Classico. Okay, so that's all of the shooting done there, correct?
Yes.
All on that table. So now we're going to move over to you shooting against Beanies, and I'll give him...
So, it looks like Chewie is planning to put all of his Hell Blasters into Rob the Hell Brute. It's because of the similar name. I believe the problem stems from that. Okay, so there's 17 coming in now, is there?
Yes, there is, yes.
So let us watch them come across here. We are looking for 3s.
3s, reroll 1s.
Oh yes, of course, because of your Castellan with his shiny axe.
That's not bad, actually.
No, well, it depends on your perspective, really. I'm not particularly pleased by it.
So, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12 saves.
Okay, so I'm going to comfortably make 12 saves easily here when I grab another 2 dice. So these are minus a lot. Just to be honest, 5 invul. Not bad. Well, it is bad because he's dead, but... yeah, he dead. Okay, so on a 6 he explodes. Oh, no. He does not. But Rob the Hellbrute is continuing his endless success in Warhammer. He has not made a charge yet. Excellent. So as the Inceptors have fallen down, they are eyeing up the Zangors, who, quite frankly, are not going to have a very good time now. It's 36 shots hitting on 3s.
Ooh.
Okay, so now we have this many coming in to wound on a 3. What was that, 13?
13.
Could I have 3 more dice, please? I'm too far away from some dice. Thank you. Okay,
The
so
ones that save.
I need some 5s. I got some. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's, if any of them, yeah, they're gone. 2, 4, 6, 8, yeah, there's 9. Yeah, well that worked. Bye, goat. Bye, my birdie goat friends.
So here we are after Chewie's charge phase, and it was pretty dramatic indeed. He managed to pass his dread test, and he's managed to get the boys in against my War Dog over here, and there's been a significant crumpening happening because all of the characters from this group, the captain and the lieutenant, are joining the chaplain in glorious battle. These guys over here have nothing to charge up because they were too good at shooting, pretty much, and over here, that's it for the charge. Oh, sorry, these 3 characters also charged in with a mighty 9 from the Blade Guard Vet Sarge, so that means that he is capturing objective number
He's got
missile.
Strength of Conviction. That's
Yes.
the name of the stratagem.
Indeed, he do. Okay then, so that means we are now moving into the combat phase, and let's see where it goes, because you are going to start with who? Who are you going to start with?
I will have to start with them.
Going in against the War Dog over here. Good
Yeah.
shout, because otherwise I would pay to interrupt
I
over
know.
there. So let's get them piled in and get some dice rolled. So here we are after the pile in, and all of these chainsaws are whirring up against the War Dog. They're hitting on 3s. There's a lot of hits there, so he's going to be wounding on 5s now. Go, big hands, go. Go, big hands, go.
Big hand, small tray.
Yeah, I know, right? Wounding on 5s.
Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So that is enough to kill him. How much AP is this? -1.
-1. Yeah.
So I've only got 4-up saves. And I've been pretty terrible at making my saves so far today. So let's see if I make any. I do make 2 of them, so I take 3 damage. I'm on 1 wound left. He is chugging along.
You have got a power fist.
But he does have the power fist. So you do your damage, mate. Roll your power fist. So -1 to hit, obviously. So hitting on 4s. He hits 2 times. Strength
is 8.
So 3s to wound. 2 big wounds. AP minus on this one.
Is 2.
2 for a power fist, is it? Or 3 for a power fist?
No, 3.
-3, 2 damage.
Here we go then. So 2 6-up saves. Let's see him. He didn't make a single one, combined to make a 6, but he has died. Does he explode? He does not explode. I was feeling spiteful to do the spiteful demise, but I feel like I'd rather not damage my own troops in the process. So he is out of there, my friend, my first casualty of the game. After a massive flurry of attacks from the Sarge, the Blade Guard Vet, the Justiciar, and the Chaplain with the Benediction of Fury, the Land Raider survives on 1 wound. As unbelievable as it sounds, Yolandi is not giving up. But unfortunately, the cause might be lost over here because we have both the characters and the Chaplain on a bike smashing into the rubrics. Oh dear. Well, I'll tell you what, the captain over here does not give a what because he just managed to kill off, how many was it? 5? 4? 4 of the rubric Terminators the rubric Marines by himself, and now the Castellan's stepping up to the plate to finish off the Sorcerer 1-on-1. Mano a mano.
2 wounds.
2 wounds from the Castellan so far, saving on, because of the power axe, isn't it?
-2 down to -1, so we still have 2 4-ups to make.
2 4-ups to make to save him, and 1 is made.
one,
How much damage is it? Is it 2 a
2.
pop? So unfortunately, the
Dead.
Sorcerer is dead, and that is all the rubrics cleared from this side of the board, which means we have
Cultist.
1 cultist group over here, and Chewie has complete board control on that side. But fret not, my friends, because we still have some fighting to do. I get to fight first as I am the defender with my war dog over here, who's going to, because Chewie can't do transhuman this time, he's still going to go for the mighty strikes.
I bailed out of combat.
Oh, are you out of combat with me, are you?
Yes,
oh, you
I
dropped
shot
back?
him, yeah.
Oh, okay, so fair enough. Apologies, I'm not even in combat with them, so I can't do it, but I'm still controlling the objective because I count as 5 models. And are you within range of that?
You are in range of that.
Are you within
Oh,
range with the ATV as well? Because you've got how many boys left?
I've got 3.
Oh, in that case, then I still control that objective, so that's not too bad. And so, in terms of morale, there is none to take because you killed everything.
Still have a fight back.
Oh, you want to say?
Thank you.
Sorry, Yolanda, the Land Raider, is going to fight back with how many attacks? Is it 1?
Well, I'm looking.
I'm imagining it's 1 hitting on 6 or D3 attacks hitting us.
D3.
Here we go. Let's get this real epic thing on camera. It's the big 3. Okay.
In on the 6s. Oh yes.
Oh
Wow.
my!
Strength 8.
I love this.
This is going into the Chaplain.
Probably should have nominated it before because we didn't even know. 2
So
wounds.
2 have gone through. No AP.
It does actually do 2 wounds on the Chaplain. I'm so sorry I doubted you, Bean. I'm so sorry I doubted you.
Even
there.
I doubted you.
That was ridiculous. There is no morale to take. Everything that could have lived has died. So I guess now all we do is we get ready for our turn 3. So here we are after our turn 3 movement, and we've decided to kind of split our forces up a little bit now. We've got Beanie is obviously pushing forward over to the right because of the fact that he wants to take out those Inceptors over here because they shot his goat friends in the back, and the Terminators are pushing up here to challenge these 3. It's kind of like a mini HQ Royal Rumble going on in this corner. My Knights are going to support them with as much firepower as they can, whilst also leaving this big blob open so that these Terminators can shoot down at them, and I'll polish off whatever is left in combat. I dropped off of this objective over here, even though we started the round with 2 under our control, scoring 20, so that I could then support with another charge from this side and also allow this big bad abominant to move forward so that he can use a smite, push onto that objective, get rid of the final multi-melter that's over here, and hopefully then he is controlling this side of the board with his mates. Fantastic. Psychic phase, in the command phase, Beanie got his, what's it called again?
It's like Kabbalistic ritual, and it's number 6 in the list. It's called the Maelstrom something, and it has given them +1 to their strength of their ranged weapons.
Which is very good because they are going to be shooting down into that blob there. And
Strength 5 combi bolters, is fantastic.
Yeah, and
it is a Marine killer.
And Chewie does not have enough CP left for transhuman on a squad this size, so that's going to be very useful indeed. So let's move into our psychic phase first, shall we? And shall I just do the usual thing? Yes, I'm not actually going to try Winds of the Warp first. I'm just going to try and do a smite into this group in front of me. It goes off on a 10, which is very nice indeed, and it's for the big 3. Spicy indeed. So 5 up, feel no pain.
Not bad, but
one falls from that group there. And then I might as well cast Winds of the Warp on himself, just so that he can have it on him. And he rolls a 3, so unfortunately he does not get that first time in there, but he has killed 10 wounds worth of stuff now with that final Marine going, meaning he's passed his favour to the Dark Gods, and now he has a 4... no, he already had a 4 up ranged. He's now got the one which is... He cannot be hit on a 4. He's got transhuman on the hit. That's what he's got. Oh,
yes.
I almost forgot about it then. So there we go. He's pretty tanky, is what he is. That's it for me, psychic-wise. So why don't we move over to Beanie, and I'll give him the little Mikey.
Okay, so we are going to start with the Infernal Master, who is going to put a smite, and I've just measured it. It's just in against that big squad of intercessors. So with the +1, this will be going off on a 4. That is a 6 in total. So I'm going to pay 4 Cabal points to add another D3 to this, so it's going to be a 2D3 for 3.
And then can you do an extra super smite?
No. Okay.
So 1 is dead from that.
Dead.
Cool, so that's his casting done. So we're going to move on to the squad in front of him, who are going to cast another smite. Okay, so this will be then going off on a, this will be going off on a 6, but a 5 for me. That is 10 with the +1, that is an 11. That is a super smite. Let's see if I don't roll a 1. Let me put this here, because Chewie can't see what I'm doing. There's the big 6. I don't think I've ever done that.
Oh, only 3.
Okay, cool, but 3 more mortal wounds there. They've done their cast over there. So now we're going to be going on to Rothaga, who is going to throw a... he's going to do the Temporal Surge, which I now need to actually look up to see what it does, so if you can give me 1 second. So it's going to be...
So Temporal Surge going off on a...
It'll be a 7 or a 6 for me, which is a 6. Would you like to pay...
No, I haven't got any.
Oh, okay, so he's going to move 8 this way, but before he does that, I'll just do his Doom Bolt with him. So this goes off on a 4 for me. So that is 3 mortal wounds into this squad. So 3 5-ups.
Oh, he only takes 1.
Only takes the single wound. Okie dokily do.
Can you put that one on? Oh,
okay, so I will do the move, and then I'm going to go on to my sorcerer, who's going to start casting spells of his own. Okay, so my sorcerer after that move is going to put the Glamour of Zinch onto Rothaga to give him a -1 to be hit. So this will go off on a 6 or a 5 for me, but it doesn't go off on a 4. But I don't know how many Cabal points I've got left. I've spent 4, and I've lost my rubric, which gave me 2. They are the only squads that gave me, so that would take me down to 9. No, I can't make this any better, so that didn't work. Aww. I know you're sorry, but...
No, yeah.
And now he is going to just cast a smite into their face. This will now be on a... So I've done one on a 4 and a 5. This will be on a 6.
Yes.
And let us get some more mortal wounds for the big 1.
Yeah.
So this guy only has 1 wound
he's
left.
gone.
Oh, he's gone, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, and... Oh, I've got them! And they have Presage, which goes off, I believe, on a 7, but we will just roll it and see what happens. It's a 6, so let me double check, because this is genuinely important. Okay, so after we have dealt with all that psychic majesty, it is time for the shooting phase. We have powered up strength combi bolters coming in against this intercessor squad. So 16 shots, hitting on the 3s. Damn you 1s and 2s. Okay, so 4 dropped, not terrible. But these will be wounding on the 3s. Come on, baby. Hey, not bad. So 4, 8 at -2 for your intercessors. I'm also going to spend 1 CP for the Soul Reap, so they get the extra shots there.
So
Fail,
1,
fail.
2, and 3 go.
Excellent. And now it's going to be 10 shots from the Soul Reaper because I have paid the extra CP for that, and I'll take that away in a minute. Okay, so 10 shots, hitting on the 3s. Okay, so we drop only the 2. Again, this is now at strength 7, so it's still going to be 3s to wound. Not bad. So this is 5 at -3. So down to -2 for them. So
How many, sorry?
it's going to be 5 5-ups, I believe, for you.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, so that's another 2.5 dead.
One was already on a wound.
Oh, so 3 dead. And now it is time for 2 shots from the missile launcher. Hits with both. Wounding on the 3s because of mini transhuman. Both go through at -2, down to -1 for you. Oh, this is all rhyming. Yeah.
Yep.
So that's D3 damage for the big one. Yeah. If only. Okay, so that is actually their shooting, and that was pretty darn good.
Cool.
Would you like to finish them off? Because they're not feeling great.
Yes, I will, with this guy.
Excellent.
So I'm starting off by paying 1 CP to make sure that a long leash is applied, allowing his Taskmaster ability to apply to this guy even though he's out of range. So I'm going to be hitting on 3s, re-rolling the 1s, shooting into this squad over here.
Ouch. Wow. Who needs it?
Who needs it at all? Okay, and then it's going to be wounding on those sweet 3s. Will I be able to convert? Let's find out.
Not bad at all there, but so this is the -2 as well, down
Yeah.
to -1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, -1. So 8 4-up saves to make, my friend, against. So 1, 2, 2 and a bit. And one was already on 1 wound,
Yeah,
so that's
so
3
3.
dead in
So
total.
there's one man stood there going, eat.
That's, yeah, ow, my brains, my bones. And then it's going to be the heavy Diabolus heavy stubber that's
Yes,
going
please,
in
that's
as
it.
well. See if I can get him there. 3 hits, strength 5 on 4, so 3s. Oh, where did that one even
That
go?
was a 2, so no.
Okay, so 1 save, AP dash, my friend.
Yay.
No, okay, so that's all of my shooting done from those guys over there.
He might run away though, because he has lost a fair few friends.
That's the thing, I'm thinking that we might just leave him be there.
I
I'm
agree.
going to
He's
get...
automatically failed, hasn't he?
It's because he's lost 9 guys and he's on leadership 8.
But if
so
you roll a 1,
you can,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
1.
pass.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
1 is always an auto
16%.
pass. I know, right. Let's go into the shooting with the rest of my guys over here.
Yes.
Let's wind up the Diamonus just because it's a right laugh over here, and we're going to fire it at who is the most deserving of this laser destructor right now. Is it the chaplain on a bike over here? Just because
Doesn't look like he has any character protection right now.
they're within
They're
3.
behind him.
Yeah, but is it the closest?
We had this discussion before. I still think it is the closest as long as you've got 3 guys there. He's not the closest, no. So I'm going to have to go into... I'm going to go into the Judiciar over there just because he's... No, I'm going to go to the chaplain.
Yeah, because he's the warlord.
It's the Warlord versus Warlord shooting fest that we all wanted. So let's see, hitting on the 3s. It's 3
Ooh,
big hits.
This time you actually hit her.
And this is going to be wounding on the 3s as well because of your silly...
No.
CP in that one. Good, right.
Good.
AP minus a lot. Good.
He doesn't make it. So
And
that's
it's 6 damage straight one top. So he is dead, and that is another 10 points scored for slaying the Warlord. Warlord on Warlord action. That's what you came to Live and Let's Dice for. So that's great shooting. He's done. I've got 2 War Dogs with a lot of firepower going. I trust that that guy over there can kill the ATV with his shooting and charge the boys in front of him. So we're going to leave that be for now. I'm going to fire this guy into the Judiciar over here.
lovely.
So it's 4d3 shots. I'll re-roll that one again because it's so cocked. Cool.
Nice.
Fine, fine, fine.
Oh, lovely. Is that 8 again?
Oh, lovely it is.
Oh, lovely.
Hitting on 3s, re-rolling the
Fire it.
1s.
Oh, reroll that one.
Wow.
Why not?
Okay.
And then this is going to be wounding on 3s again because of your thing. Re-rolling the 1s because of the Helm of Dogs.
For the helm of dogs.
It's great, isn't
Is
it?
it just made entirely of
dogs,
just
yeah.
dogs hanging out?
Unfortunately for you, my friend, that is 7 Big Bang Bazinga Beans coming in, and that is at -1 to you, so 4 ups, my dude.
How many 5?
It's 7.
7, sir.
7 4 ups to make, and it's 3 damage apiece.
Oh, he's gone.
So that is the Judiciar gone. And then finally, it is the other War Dog over here who has the Helm of Dogs. He actually can't see the guy over there, so he's going to fire down the line at the Hellblasters. Because
give him a bit of a beating.
if I can, I will. So it's this many shots. Straight down the line, pretty much.
Yeah, so 2.
Yeah, that's
7
okay.
is the average that you would get from that.
Hitting on the 3s again, re-rolling the 1s. Doesn't need that much help.
Drops, lovely.
And then it's 3s again. And no re-rolls there for me. And that is 3 minus 1, my friend. Okay, so that is 3 dead Hellblasters, because it's 3 damage a pop.
Oh, well, that'd be 9 Feel No Pains.
9
so
Feel No
you need to do
Pains.
them 3 at a time.
Yes.
Okay, so the first one, 3 6s we're looking for. Nope, he's dead. Just. Next one. Oh, he's dead again, just. And then the third one is again. They love nearly making it there. So that's 3 Hellblasters that are gone.
Effect them for morale.
That's cool. So that's all of my shooting done there. I'm going to get some dice and we'll be back for the Hellblaster, the Combustor over there.
Yeah.
My faith was ill-placed because he only managed to do 3 wounds as a result of mortal wounds from the Volkite's silly Combustor, so he's going to have to either consolidate into him and do some damage in the fight phase, or kill his mates and then push forward onto him, just tying him up, because he's going to be a problem with that multi-melter either way. Now we're going to move over here, and all of these Terminators are going to shoot at the Hellblasters. So after the sorcerer-infused bolts let fly from the Terminators, they did manage to do a number in the end, reducing the Hellblasters down to 3 men, 1 who is on the single wound there. So that's it for all of our shooting. We've done a pretty sizable job on Chewie's army now, and we're going to declare some charges. Let's list them out though. Obviously, he's going in against the Inceptors, joined by...
Oh yes, if he can.
Fantastic stuff. The Terminators going up into...
Yes, so they can take that objective no matter what.
Cool, so they're going up into the Sarge over there, and I'm going to declare a charge against the intercessors over here, hopefully kill them and move into the ATV to tie it up. I will also declare a charge with this guy into the side of the ATV to try and rip through, rip and or tear. And you know what? Just for a laugh, my Warlord's going to turn around and go and stomp this guy's head in for no reason other than he can. So we're going to roll some dice and we'll be right back. Spite, 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 spite. So after all of those charges, nearly everyone bar Ubalek decided to stay put over here. Everyone else made their charges in, and it's going to be a bloodbath. Now, see, Chewie does not have any CP to interrupt, so what we're going to do is I'm actually going to be graceful. I'm going to let him have his attacks with this guy here. Oh, my hubris is showing, my friend. I'm going to let you have your attacks with your Power Fist against my full Warlord here. Even though it's out of sync with the rest of the game, I'm going to let you do it because that's what the Pyre believe in, the hubris. He hits 3 times. I'm suddenly worried. I shouldn't have let this happen. Oh no. What was the wound? There's one wound coming in, but it doesn't matter for me because remember I have a 4-up invulnerable save thanks to my chosen power of the Chaos Gods.
Go on, try and make it.
Here we go, here we go.
Oh, look at that.
I'm just going to take it on the chin. I'm actually going to take it on the chin here.
Because you can reach the chin, the old insect.
Yeah, he's just gone bang straight in there.
Clambered up on your chin, up to...
Is it 2 or 1?
2.
2. Okay,
2.
so he takes 2 wounds there, so he's down to 22 wounds in total.
He's feeling...
I think he'll be okay. Now, let's turn around and Muller Rice him. So I'm going to get some dice and we're going to do the Warp Strike Claw's biggest attack profile because I want to kill him with 8 damage weapons. So my Warlord is now about to crush, kill and or destroy. With the Warp Strike Claw, he's going for the strongest attack possible. He gets 5 attacks because he is an Iconoclast and he's being charged, or did the charge in this case, and because he is Knight Diabolus, he re-rolls 1s. Hitting on 2s, let's see it. He drops not a single sausage. He is now going to be wounding, unfortunately, on the 3s because of the fact that your transhuman still applies to a giant claw coming down to him. But luckily, he gets all bar 1 through. It is minus a lot, my friend. You will be on 5 ups. You
he
did
tries.
actually, but you take 16 damage with
Oh,
that.
I think he might have gone.
He is
just dust.
He is gone.
He's just the paste.
Now, the real question here is the fight over there. So we're going to roll these two on camera because they are actually meaningful, because if this guy here is actually pretty tanky with the Feast of the Champions, means he's got 4 wounds and a pretty impressive save. These guys here, we need to whittle them down before they fly away.
Yes.
Over there, I'll roll that combat off camera and consolidate if I can, but hopefully with all of the combined attacks there, I should be able to push those intercessors off. So, okay.
So we now have 5 attacks with the Demon Forged Sword, or the Hell Forged Sword, or something forged. Hitting on 2s. All the hits.
Well, it's a shame you haven't got the, you know,
Swell
massacre.
So this is it's going to be winning on 3s. All through. This is -3. Down to -2.
5 ups.
For each that has failed is a dead man. They are 3 each. 4. So 4 dead, and now 1 hit with the Malefic Talon, which he misses with, because he was feeling too spicy for the pepper. So, now it is time for the Scarab Occult to come in and stab this guy in the face. Hit on 2s. They already dropped the 1. Excellent work, gentlemen.
Smart as paint.
Smart as paint, lad. Smart as paint. Wound on 3s. Yes, that's a lot. So we've got 3, 6, 8 at -3.
4 ups.
Let's see those 4 ups. If 2 of these go through, that man is not alive anymore. 2 of them definitely went through. That man is not alive anymore.
Here we are after all of the combat has been done and the morale has been taken for Chewie's army. I have killed and consolidated over here, and on this side the punchback from the Inceptors was not enough to damage Rothargar. Over here the morale was failed and one of the Hellblasters ran, and I think that what we're doing now is changing the deployment zone of this map from
Basically, you're all
being
on
side
it.
to side, and now we're basically turning it into something that's more favourable for our
I'm
gun
just
line.
here, I
You're
think.
just on your own sort of land over there, just having a great old time.
Good planting stuff
It's,
here.
yeah,
I can put
it's,
trees.
it's agricultural world
yeah,
over here, and
yeah.
we've gone for the more industrious tech side. The one
Yeah.
thing that is annoying is you have one ATV guy here who is just in my face, and I want him to be out of it. But that may happen now as we go into your turn 3. So movement for Chewie's turn 3 was pretty swift indeed, as swift as the Outriders and the Chaplain on bike that
Because
are
I have
joining.
no one else.
They're joining all of the characters over here in order to smite Rothargar and also Uberleg.
Smite? Sorry, excuse me.
Sorry, smote. Smeet. I'll smeet you in the middle. And he's going to smash him in the face with his what's it called?
Crozius.
I want to call it a Crozarius, but it's a Rosarius. It's a giant metal rose would be
It's
pretty...
a Crozius Arcanum.
Okay, there we go. So he's about to smash him in the face with what Beanie said. So basically, Chewie has said, in his own words, he doesn't feel like he can take all of that noise over there, but he's going to keep his agri-world farm that he's got here as intact as possible. So he's fallen out of combat over here with the ATV. He's got 1 CP and he's used it for, what's it called?
Hit and run warfare.
So that means he can fall out of combat and shoot with his multi-melter into my Abominant there.
He's not long for this world.
So he might as well do as much damage as he can. So that's all of that done. Psychic Phase was, as always, great for you.
It was just a ponder of poetry or something.
Exactly, a sonnet or 2.
Yes.
And now it is time for the real meat and potatoes, the shooting phase. And do you want to start with the ATV?
Yes, let's do that.
Okay, so all of these shots coming in, and remember, because my chosen favourite, the Dark God, has gone off, you can only hit me on 4s, and you can't re-roll any hits, wounds, or damage rolls
That's
against
fine.
him.
So just a normal Daka tracer fire. That's
1 hit.
That's all it needs just for that trace. And no wounds.
And no wounds, so luckily, and then he's got the bolt pistols on it. hasn't he?
That's the melter now.
Oh, so this is the melter now.
Yeah, I was using that as
Oh,
tracer.
blimey, okay. So 1 hit.
That'll have to do.
And
that won't
no
move.
wounds, can't
That's-
re-roll it, so
well-
that he has survived. The Abominant is laughing in the face of such firepower, about to show him the fury of chaos is a little bit hotter. Over here, lots of shooting, even though the Inceptor fell back. So, do you want to do all of those shots against Rothargar, or are you going to try and shoot the other sorcerer off the table first?
Well, I'm going to do. I'm actually going to shoot all my little Daka fire at that sorcerer.
Yep,
And the plasma pistol at him as well.
cool, and then everyone else is just going to charge in and do the damage.
The Hellblasters are going to shoot. And do you know what? because they're martyrs, they're going to
They are. They're going to overcharge into him.
Because, yeah.
Why not, eh? And then all of the pistol fire from these guys, I assume, is going into the contest.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to come back with... we're going to come back and look at these on camera because I feel like that could be a decisive blow if it goes off.
Yeah.
So after all of the shooting from this squad here, they managed to take down Ubelek down to 1 wound, which is pretty nasty. The cultists suffered a mighty loss of 1 guy, thanks to some interesting rolling, let's just call it that.
Well, they're carrying on the ground, they're eating dirt.
That's true, yeah. They're just too busy munching carrots at this point now because they've stopped to pick the fruits of other people's labour. But we are now back to the Hellblasters, who are, in your own words, martyrs, and therefore overcharging into
Demon Prince.
Into the Demon Prince. Here we go.
Oh,
only one blows his head up, but he still managed to hit before he goes down. And will he get the 6 up, feel no pain?
Oh, no, he doesn't.
He's done. Oh, yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Okay, this is going to be wounding on.
So he's 6 versus
3.
7, so 3.
Ooh, not bad.
So that's 6.
Here's a 4 up conniving plate, I guess, is that, isn't it?
Yeah, he's got a 4 pinball.
Yep, there we go then. Please, 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 Dark Gods.
Oh,
no, 3 go through, and how much damage is a piece? Oh,
6.
me, oh
So on
my.
your CP1. Yeah.
Okay,
so
cool.
4 damage that come in against him.
But blimey, that was pretty scary indeed. How many wounds does he have for a Demon Prince?
I think it's 8.
Okay, so he's down to half health on that one. So the 2 characters are looking pretty tenderised. Okay, so that's all the shooting done. It's time for some charges, which look a little bit like... Kind of looks like this. Everyone bar the chaplain made it in. The chaplain, because of the fact that he truly hates psychers, decided that he wanted to declare a charge this way down to Ubelek, but unfortunately got a 7 when he needed an 8.
Yeah,
but every other person has made a charge in, supported by the captain, who is leading the charge right now. So, do you want to get some dice, my friend, and punch him in the back of the head?
Yes, let's do that. 6 attacks.
3 attacks because you have to half attacks coming in against him.
3 attacks.
Why is that?
Because of the conniving plate.
Yeah, conniving. Right, hitting on 3s. 2 hits.
Excellent. And these will be wounding on 3s.
Both wound at
-4.
-4.
But this will be the 4 up invulnerable.
Ooh.
Make them both.
Okay.
Give me your fury.
Oh.
Next up.
It'll be the bite.
So half their attacks as well.
Well,
Each.
is it rounding up? So it'd be 4.
Right, yeah.
4. So 4 each then.
8 attacks. And these guys obviously get the re-rolls, don't they?
Well, it'd be 3 and 4, wouldn't it? 'Cause it's 6 and 7.
Yep.
So hitting on.
3s. And only
Re-roll
drop the...
that one, mate.
Yeah, because of your captain.
Oh, yes. Oh.
Nope, not like that though. So this will be now wounding on the 5s. Can you get through his hide? You can the once. This is the -2 down to a -1 because of the assault doctrine. So this will now be on a 3.
Ooh.
Takes a wound. He is now down to 3. That is a 5. That is a 6.
Okay, and now it's time for the LT's power axe.
So
Yes.
4.
So down to so half it. So down to 3.
3, yeah. And 2s. 2 hits.
Wounding on 5s.
There
Ooh,
we
double.
are.
So this will be a -2 with the extra from the assault doctrine. So now we've got to look for 4s. Well, that was delicious.
Now,
It's time for a fight back.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, guys. So because the Demon Prince has both the sword and the Malefic Talon, I've decided the Malefic Talon is going to hit this Outrider because he's only got the 1 wound. So will he hit this time on a 2? He certainly does. Wounding on that 3. No, he didn't. But it's okay. He brings up his Hellforged sword to smack the captain right in his righteous chops.
Nice.
So now wounding on those 3s. So that's 4 wounds at -3.
4 ups. Takes 2.
6 damage in total.
So it's him gone. I think.
Rothaga has taken another victim with his giant sword and his huge lats.
and is that another warlord?
No. This is Chewie's other warlord,
Okay.
the guy who got healed up by the apothecary only a few moments ago.
Okay, so that's the end of the combat.
Yes, and that was a great combat for me.
Do that over.
Oh yeah,
Oh, sorry, the most important combat of the game now is the cultists getting, well, Muller-riced by the intercessors with the Fist of Balthus.
They tried, they died, unfortunately, didn't they?
Well, there wasn't a lot of trying, really. It was more, they are rubbish.
Oh well, at least they're in a better place now. The ground. Okay, so they are. What are you dropping over there, mate?
Chewie is just using his bottom to cause carnage, as usual.
So that is the end of this turn. Rothargar held his own and managed
killed
to
a captain.
Killed a captain and has taken only 1 wound in combat for the Troubles, and the cultists have been wiped out, meaning that technically, seeing as he's on the line here, Chewie controls this entire board over there. It's a shame we're not playing anything to do with the board control like that.
Let me fetch my plough.
Exactly, yeah, he's off farming now. We over here have our turn 4 to think about, and that ATV's got to go for sure. But everything else is going to move up and just shoot at whatever we can. So yeah, let's get crumping. Beginning of turn 4, I hold that objective over there. Beanie holds that objective over there. You hold 1, 2 as well, so we get 10 victory points. Let's go. Turn 4 movement was very easy for us. We literally just decided to push forward, press the advantage, and all of my knights are now converging onto this group of characters and bikes over here. Rothargar has kindly fallen out of combat to allow us the opportunity to shoot in with deadly resolve. The Scarab Occult Terminators moving forward here. Unfortunately, the Kabbalistic focus did not go off or help them. And over here, this ATV is feeling very pressured. 2 big knights are just basically going, we're going to have you.
He wants to survive.
We're going to have you and then some. So, now it is the time to go over for some psychic phase, I believe. Yeah, we're going to go do some psychic phase, and we're going to start with, he's just gone right
Thank you, Height.
we're going to do a smite from this guy here right into the ATV. It goes off on a 6. And it's the big 3 right there. So 3 mortal wounds to try and save. He saves 2 of them, but he's down
Saves
to
1 of
3.
them.
Oh, sorry, 1 of them. Yes, he's down to 3. Making my job a little bit easier. I'm not even going to do any more psychic because I've tickled the warp and I don't want to get burned by it. So what are you going to do, spice-wise? Because Uberlek is right up there.
He is, but we're going to start from left to right, bud.
Okay, you're going to do some?
So he's going to butt Empiric Guidance on them. It goes off on a 4, but it'll be a 3 for me.
Boom.
Cool, so they get an extra bit of range, so they'll be able to hit anyone they need.
Cool.
He's done. Now on to them. I don't think they're in range of anyone.
No, I think they're outside the range of
yeah,
everything.
Yeah, so they're not going to be casting any spells. Now we're going to go over to Uberlek, who is going to cast a smite.
Okay.
Into the nearest, who I believe is...
Going to be the Insector.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so this is go off on a 4.
Oh, does it ever? That's a super smite, my friend.
That is a super smite.
Nice.
Okay.
D6, my friend.
Just don't roll a 1.
Don't, he will now. You rolled a 6 before.
That's my
it.
point.
And he did! And you can't re-roll this, can you?
No, you can't.
No, because it's not a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
one
mortal
there.
wound to shrug, my friend. A classic shrugged as well.
Good, and now
Fantastic.
he's going to do Swelled by the Warp on himself. On a, it'll be go off on a 5. Does not go off.
Amazing. No, that was a 4 plus 1.
Oh yeah, with the no, I needed to roll the
Oh, I
5
see.
to get it up there. Is it worth a CP? I do have to.
Why not at this point in the
yeah.
game? Let's go for it. So, re-rolling.
Ooh, no, I'm just going to spend all my Cabal points because
Mm-hmm.
I should have 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I've got enough, so I'm going to spend that to put +2 onto the cast. It's one of the Cabal
Oh,
focused
can you
abilities.
do it after you've rolled?
Yeah,
for it?
so you roll and then you apply it. So that's going off with Swell by the
Cool.
Warp.
Okay, so he's got swell by the warp, which means that he is super spicy in combat.
So he gets +2 strength and an extra attack.
Blimey. Okay.
Which is nice.
Okay.
Now going over to those guys up there. They are going to cast Presage on themselves, which goes off on, will be a 6 for me. That is not
dang
happening,
it, dang
but
it.
that's fine.
Is this where you use the CP to get that off so you can make sure that those Hell Blasters are melted? Because
Yeah, all right, why not?
Why not, eh? And it's a good thing you did, but it doesn't matter. Just take it on the chin, mate. Just take the
Okay,
warp.
D3.
Fine. See, this is why you should trust me sometimes. There was one Terminator that was wounded, wasn't he?
But
So
I healed him up
you
with the
healed him
rites
back
of coalescence, which I've paid for.
Okay, so he's just back down again to 2 wounds. So that
Yes.
is all of our psychic phase done.
Yeah.
I believe now it's time for the shooting phase, and I'm going to kick off this party by eliminating...
Well, you did perils. What was that for? Was that a defence thing or a smite?
that was for the presage, so hitting on 2s now.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so they've got their hitting on 2s, but they've also
Yeah.
got a headache for the trouble.
Hitting on 1s.
Yeah.
I'm going to go in hard with this guy here against the ATV. It is 6 shots with the big the Volkite combustor. He's going in, hitting on 3s. Again, he's proving that he likes to miss more than he hits. But if he just gets 1 6 here, that is 3.
All you need.
Nope, but he does wound you 2 times, and it's AP 0. Ooh, that is 3 damage. That is enough to kill him, so the ATV is finally dead!
This side of the board belongs to Chaos.
Well, technically, he's on our side. I don't
Most
like
of this side of the board belongs to Chaos.
Let's try and rectify this problem now, shall we? Because this guy over here, this war dog, is going to fire all of his autocannons at him because he's the closest unit to him and he's the closest visible. So it's this many shots going into the LT. Ooh, big boy. A big boy indeed. So that is how many shots we get. This is going to be hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s because he's just within range for Taskmaster. And he doesn't even need them. Okay. And then he's going to be wounding on 3s, re-rolling the 1s because of the Helm of Dogs. Okay, now he's showing up. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 at -1 for you because it's -2 normally. So 8, 4
because
ups.
of AOC, isn't it? And not the liberal.
3, 6, 9. 9 damage taken. The LT is gone. Now the board on this side belongs to us. The next...
mocks us with his very presence.
Okay, the next war dog's going to be stepping up to the plate now, the guy in front of him, and he's going to be firing at the chaplain because there is no lookout, sir, protection, and we are headhunting here, baby.
Yes, please.
So we are going to be doing this many shots. Oh, it's another big bad Bazinga Bing boy.
Man, that's so mean.
That is a bit mean right now. It's all right, whispers Chewie off camera.
But he is crying as he says it.
Through tears and gritted teeth. He again is hitting on the 3s. Re-roll the 1s. There is no 1s to re-roll there.
Just a couple of 2s.
And then it's going to be 3s to wound again against him.
Are you re-rolling 1? Oh, no, you have no Helm of the dog.
It's 9-inch range.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know, right?
What a
1,
great
2,
hat.
3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just going to give them all to you here. And this is going to be again on his Reservist, so 4 ups. 1, 2, go through, so 6 damage in total.
He's 7. Yeah, he's got 7.
That is unfortunate. He's still alive. Let's see if the Diabolos Stubber can finish the job.
And if not, Ubalak is going to charge him, stab him in the leg.
Reroll the 1 for Taskmaster. They are going to be wounding... He's toughness 5, isn't he? Yes. Okay, so 4s to wound him this time. 2 big wounds coming in. Just do not fail a single roll. And he doesn't. I thought I was going to use a bit of psychology against him. I'm not going to use... Am I using the Diamonus, the Relic Laser Destructor, to try and kill?
No, kill his Apothecary because he has no character protection and everybody knows you've got to kill the Doctor.
Okay, so we're going here to cause harm against the Doctor here. So
Geneva, Schminshiva.
So we're going to hit 2 times against him there.
3s to wound.
You know what? Just because I'm feeling greedy, I'm CPing one of those. And I did.
That's what you get for your greed.
There's going to be wounding on 3s because of the transhuman. Wish I hadn't re-rolled that one there. So minus a lot. And that is 6 wounds plus 8 wounds in total. Can he shrug himself though?
Yes.
Yes, he
He's
can.
got 8.
8 shrugs to do. Come on, man. You can do it. I believe in you.
Believe in the heart of cards.
Exactly. I believe in you, brother.
Here we go.
Go on, Yugi boy.
Yeah,
Oh, he tried though with 2 there, but he is unfortunately out of the game. So that is every single character bar the other warlord wiped off the board.
Who's going to be? I haven't shot yet.
All of my shooting is done, mate. So let's get all of your shooting sorted out right now. So you join us here after much chaos, confusion and carnage has happened. We have, with the combined forces of chaos, whittled down Chewie's forces to just 2 bikes, 1 Inceptor and 1 squad of intercessors over there. We wiped out the Hellblaster squad and the Apothecary. All of the characters over there were obliterated as well under the weight of fire of heavy machinery. So we thought we'd come back with the final shot of our shooting, and that is going to be the Land Raider shooting its last cannons and heavy blotters down into these guys here. Now, it is going to be hitting on 5s.
Oh, yes.
But they're going to be sweet sensual 5s.
Okay, so last cannon.
There's
hits
2
twice.
There's 2 big hits.
So 3
3s.
wounds.
1
One
wound.
wound.
Is it worth a CP just for a laugh? Oh, he has made it. He has made it.
Okay,
He made it with a 5.
now the heavy blotters on a 5.
Oh, me, oh, my.
4 hits from the Orky shooting.
Okay, so
3s to
3s.
wound.
Okay, so 2 more wounds coming in.
So no minus.
Oh yeah, just... And 1 gets obliterated,
Yeah, another
2
dead.
damage. And that's it, is it?
I believe that's the end of our shooting, yes.
That is the end of our shooting phase. Now, looking at the giant mass of mechanized monstrosities that are over there versus the, let's just call them very brave men over there. Do you want to continue? I'm offering you the olive.
I think I might concede.
The light has hit him. He's literally seen the light.
There's a light at the end of the tunnel. I'm sure there's many puns that you can go with. But
Oh, brilliant.
I have an idea.
The best thing is that we've had such a good match against you here. It was, in the first turn, it could have gone either way, couldn't it, really? Because we both had, let's face it, a rather stinky round of shooting. But I think that what really turned the tide for us is that just having the sheer amount of vehicles over there with the heavy damage output was able to put constant pressure on those guys and move forward. Your Hellblasters really did a good job at murderizing things, but unfortunately, Beanie's saves were just too good from time to time.
My saves were too good.
Yeah, so what we're going to say is, narratively, we have claimed this town for chaos here, but we've let you keep the garden.
No, we've held you back.
Are we telling different versions of the same story here?
It sounds like it, yeah.
Okay, well, you know what? We over here, we don't like all the vegetation. We don't eat our greens. We only eat pure red meat. So unfortunately, we don't have any interest in this. We're letting you live in the garden, and you've gone completely
You prefer red meat, but you vaporise most of the red meat.
That's very true indeed. We turn them into cud. So there we go. That has been our 3,000 point battle report between the Brotherhood of Martyrs against the combined forces of the Thousand Sons and the Chaos Knights. It has been a fantastic battle indeed. Thank you very much, Chewie, for not only playing against us but hosting us here.
Yeah.
And we're going to be back next week with another battle report set here in the one and only Chateau de Chewie, which is going to be between Double Tau and it's going to go up against Gene Stealer Cults and the Black Legion. So that should be an incredible battle. So stay tuned on Live and Let's Dice for more fun stuff like that. But if you want to follow us in the meantime, you can follow Chewie over on the socials at...
DZTV Chewie.
There he is. Look
Hello.
at him. Hey, DZTV. Oh, he's having another idea.
Oh,
There we go. You blinded the audience now.
In my eyes.
And you can follow Beanie over at...
Beanie40k on Instagram.
Yeah, damn right you can. And I am at RetroJ, but the O is a 0. Apologies if the audio has been slightly out, my friends, today. Look what is going on the battlefield today.
Disco.
We're just trying to work with 2 lav mics here, so it's been a bit of a weird situation. But I hope you enjoyed it regardless. Let us know what you thought about it down in the comment section below, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.